I'll be alright. Hello and welcome. Oh, nice one. Hello and welcome to the Tavern with your host Sam, our new guest
Gary.
There we go. Nice. And on our other sofa we have
Josh.
The other guy.
Oh wait, we haven't got Glenn. Someone didn't say Glenn.
People missed that as well. We didn't have any Glens on last week.
Yeah,
So sorry, I'm Glenn.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, we got Glenn. No,
This is
Gary.
Glenn.
No, I could be Glenn.
I feel like you're about to start singing that.
Give me a custard slice. I'll show you who's Glenn.
Oh, later as well, Josh.
Oh fuck.
I want to wax his nose. You know the nose wax and stuff we got?
I might just join you.
I want to
I've
have
already
it
done
recorded and us have his
Like the
reaction
smell again.
to reacting to having his nose
I'm
waxed.
down. I'm in.
I think it'd be quite...
Someone will have to hold me down.
Everyone else has had it done, right?
It sounds like a really good thumbnail idea as well, just to have him with his.
Have him with the things up there.
That's so
suit
good.
thing.
I've
we'll
been
take-
guaranteed a mustache guard though, which I am.
Take the
that's
picture.
a bit
Dad
boring.
said there was a mustache.
No, it's not. It's easy for you to say.
It's no fun unless we get
Unless you can imagine a big gap. But
Yeah.
You just be dads too,
Role
yeah.
playing dads.
Yeah,
eh?
exactly.
Halloween's past.
role playing. To be honest, you look like you've got a bit of a thicker section on the right hand side.
You
That's
do.
because I don't shave it.
We just
I
even it
pluck
out, right? Just even it out. You'll be fine.
On my lunch at work, I'm just like, I don't need that one.
I can't tell if you're joking.
Well, it comes out when I eat.
Are you eating them then, or?
Do you
up
do
my
that thing like a lot of people who like stress out like pull out hairs? So like, do
Yeah,
you?
but these ones.
No, what I was gonna say is like, do you get stressed and like pull out your mustache hairs as well?
these
Is that why
ones.
it's uneven?
These ones.
Oh.
It's uneven because I do not look after myself properly with shaving and that because I'm lazy.
Touche, good sir.
5 minutes ago, you're like, "Oh, bought this, that, and the other."
Physically, but appearance-wise.
Oh right, fair enough.
I have two
Appearance
haircuts a
is
year.
physical.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yeah,
You can't have 2 haircuts a year.
I do.
You can't when you've got that much hair.
Hey, one.
Mate, I have one every month, and I got less hair than him.
Joe will be fucking thrilled that you said that.
A-line going back like
Yeah, I was going to
fucking
say
no
I might
one
as well
else.
make the most of it while I have it.
Well, I mean that
Yeah,
time's
so why
over.
don't you? Why don't you get
That
it
time
styled
never
and
came.
tidied up and stuff?
That
So
time was never here.
that time is never here.
But I don't know. Like, remember I did the math yesterday. It's 156 quid versus 24.
Yeah, and do you know what Kirsty
So
said?
it's
That's
entirely down to price.
Why? Well, I'm a bit of a tight.
So are you saying that like you cut it yourself in between,
No,
or like
no.
he
I'll
just
leave
doesn't cut
you
it
just
out.
let it grow out?
Hello.
I know, but that's not like
Yeah.
6 months of growth or whatever,
Hello.
right?
I mean,
Right.
Wow, that is just a testament to where the hairline's gone. To
yeah.
The fact that you can put
thing
it down
with
that
is,
far.
it has to be that long to comb over, doesn't it?
Fair play, I'm impressed.
I do remember.
Are you thinking of committing soon to a full shave, or is that miles off?
I'm not. I don't really think about it.
No.
I think you could
I
pull
mean,
off
I
a full
don't.
shave.
I'm a little the type of person that thinks about their appearance. Do I? Remember the times that we've gone down to parties and you've actually had to like
Dress you.
redress me. Do you want to remind Sam and Dale of that?
I'll let you do this. I
I'm
There's
think.
still
no
got-
way you actually have to do that.
So
You actually.
well, I don't know if you remember, but every like night out that when I was living in Luton, I came for him. I always wore a red checkered shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were. That was your
Staple.
staple.
I still wear
Yeah,
it.
that was your staple.
Yep, I still wear it. Like when I go out with Kirsty and stuff like that. So I was staying at Josh and Ali's, and I came downstairs. I had my shirt buttoned up,
Yeah.
tucked in.
So we're at a house party here, right? And he's got a
Full tuck.
tuck in, full tuck,
Just a smart fella, isn't
full tuck with a belt.
Fat
More like a
smelly.
fat smeller.
Smart fella.
Fart smeller. We're on, mate. We were.
You're on, Alan.
You know, hey, fat smeller, fat smeller.
You're on,
It's
man.
just dangerous having a drink with all these.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, so he comes downstairs and I'm like, fucking hell, where are we going, Gary? Like, we gonna
Funeral.
like I say. He's like, what are you doing? So
Ali buckled down laughing.
yeah, she was pissed. She was absolutely creased at the
I don't think she'd
concept
had
that
a
he's
drink
tucked
yet.
his shirt in. Anyway, you had a t-shirt underneath, if I correct me wrong.
I did that.
So we
Still have that
we
t-shirt, but-
untucked him and then full unbutton, and then he looked fucking.
and you rolled my
decent.
sleeves
Unrolled
up.
his sleeves up as well, and he looked fucking sound, and he looked cash. He was comfy, and he was like, even he was like, oh, I quite like it. It's like it's like.
But one point in that night, after we probably all had a fair bit of drink. He was like, Gary, you fucking buttoned your shirt up again, and came up.
Did
and
you actually?
Yeah. Well, I must have done it. It helps, like, hey, it's not flapping when you're having a piss or anything like that. Like,
No,
up
no.
to pee, like.
If you're having a pee, you know what you
What
do?
you got a farm on you or something?
Mate, you pull it to the side and pee.
yeah, but then it just comes back.
Use your arms.
why
like
you
you
lock
hold
your
it.
arm.
You
You
got
go
an
for
arm
it.
on your
Hold
cock.
that. So
You got an arm on your cock. You can hold the thing to the
that's how I'm
side.
having a pee.
Why
Why
are your elbows
out
up?
like that?
Just
You
stop
put
it flailing back in. That's
No,
what
you
you're
just
saying.
tuck it
this
behind
stuff.
and
No.
You
just
do that and it just goes, whoa, I'm over.
over your arm.
Yeah,
Shut up, you dick.
There's no way you're serious right now. What are you fucking saying?
it did.
Why are you?
did.
Are you
It
like
did.
defending people coming in or something?
Yes, that's exactly what he's
Fuck
doing.
off, boy.
He's shielding them. You know,
Well,
like he's like, nah,
you
you're not
have to.
allowed anyone here.
I seem to call last.
He's a hot commodity. Like he's like everybody wants my
Well, one of the
penis.
times I went for a piss, you fucking rugby tackled me in a bathroom.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you did.
I remember,
Remember that?
And then you punched him in the eye, right?
Yeah, then you fucking smack
And
him.
then you strangled him.
No, and then everyone cried.
Yeah, it was like a domino.
She cried, we all cried.
It was like a
Many cried.
domino effect. Josh tackled Gary. Wait.
Gary defended it amazing.
Oh yeah, Gary punched Josh.
No,
Dale
no.
choked
Yeah, yeah.
Gary.
No.
Hold on, let me finish.
No.
Let me finish.
I was assaulted.
So it was dominoes. Josh attacked Gary. Gary attacked Josh. Dale attacked Gary. I attacked everybody. And then, yeah, like emotionally. And then me and Josh cried.
I want to see best birthday ever, right?
It was a good birthday. It was a good birthday.
That wasn't his birthday.
Yeah,
Which one was
It was
it?
in my
It was.
house.
Yeah, I think that was his birthday.
No, because the birthday was the first time I met
Yeah,
him.
it was another birthday party.
Just
Yeah, it
another
was like the
birthday,
next
yeah,
year,
I
right?
think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But
You know, I have multiple birthdays in my life.
That was your one birthday. You
Yeah,
and Gary's
forever.
on, so
That's
like,
fair. It was a good birthday to have.
Oh, he got slippers on.
I-
yeah, but
Nice.
You need to get some off his
assault
slippers.
Josh.
Jealous.
Allegedly.
No, I didn't. And you admitted that I didn't.
What?
That I didn't assault you.
You know how
that
you
night.
had a black eye?
He definitely assaulted me.
But can you look into my eyes?
No, he did.
Yeah.
I think I hit his shoulder.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No, you never. You hit my hand. Because I double underhooked.
Ah, so you did punch me.
No.
He just
Your head hit my hand.
yeah.
Imagine that in court. Well, I didn't punch him. What he did was he headbutted my hand.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
fucking
My
hit the
fist
deck.
was clenched. He just headbutted it. Honestly.
No, because I dropped my hips. Because I obviously know what I'm doing, unlike some people. And I went for a double underhook to kind of cement my position.
Yeah.
And your face was there. Your face shouldn't have been there.
So
You don't rugby tackle with your fucking
I genuinely
forehead.
have spent the majority of my life since that point thinking that my eye hit shoulders. You're confirming that you literally went for a double underhook and just fucking punched me.
No, you
He went for a double
Your
up.
head shouldn't have been there.
He went for a double uppercut. Like.
Your Honor, I did not assault this man. I just threw my hand out and his head shouldn't have been there.
You walked into my knife.
Mate, and I'm downstairs telling Dale he didn't punch me. You did punch me.
I never punched.
Ah, shit.
we-
Right, let's get
Yeah,
back to what
yeah.
we were doing now.
Like that. Do you want to continue?
Yes.
Take
Square
me
goes.
up. I'd like to see the ceiling.
Let's talk about putting someone up there. We'll put Gary up there
Fuck, yeah.
Just like plumped up.
forever.
blown me wide
The
open.
lights come on, I'm like,
Kirsty,
where
not
am I?
Did I talk to you before going out to Gary that night? Because I remember I spoke to Sam and stuff at the time.
I don't think you did.
But I don't know if I caught you.
Well, before, after this happened.
Yeah, after you two,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
before I went out to Gary.
Yeah.
So did you tell me Gary punched you?
No. I told you didn't.
So
You
why
didn't
did I
believe
go
me.
out- oh,
You didn't believe me.
So-
You literally, because I came down and you like fucking pinned me against the wall. You were like, fucking hell, bud. What's happened to you, man? And I was, because
When
obviously
has Dale ever been
there
that
was a
deep?
commotion
Fucking
upstairs,
hell,
like, and I was like, oh, me and Gary just fucking round, like, nothing, don't worry about it. And,
So,
and then
I
you were
remember-
like, nah, he's punched you, hasn't he? He's actually punched you. And I was like, no, Dale, he really hasn't punched me. Like, it's nothing. We were just messing around.
I
And then you fucking
specifically
stormed
remember it
outside.
as well because I was downstairs just chilling around. There was like noise upstairs. I'm like, oh, wherever. And then my ex came up to me and was like, oh, Gary just punched Josh. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I was
What's
called-
going on?
I was
Turns
called
out
up to
she
the
was
corridor.
right.
It's like they were fighting in the kitchen, in the bathroom.
Also,
I'm like,
you said there
what?
as well, me and Gary mucking about. I was having a pee.
Oh, yeah, I definitely
You
started it, but then you
Initiated
finished
the
it by
assault,
punching
man.
me.
Look, if I can defend myself, like, I'm going to defend myself.
I
Do you know what I
can't
mean?
believe you punched me.
I can't believe you rugby tackle me. Or tried.
It wasn't really a rugby tackle, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was
more of a
spear out of nowhere.
It was more of a
kinda
spear out of
lucky.
nowhere into like a bear hug into like let's be friends.
You kind of lucky there wasn't just piss everywhere. Like, did you think? Well,
We
It probably
In
was.
fairness,
No, we finished.
He'd finished. It's not like I speared him from the back like while he was pissing. It
had-
wasn't just
oh
like
right.
we-
Sorry, I thought
we
initially
peed.
you went for the
No.
back.
No,
there.
we peed. We crossed.
we peed together.
We crossed
Just
streams.
fucking piss.
Hey, let's write our names on the wall. Hey, fuck it.
Let's take our tops off.
Whoa.
We crossed streams.
Yeah.
We congratulated each other on
Right.
a successful pee with a hug. And that hug turned in.
yeah.
That hug.
I'm
turned in-
actually-
genuinely happy.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
You both pissed together. Then went. Okay.
Yeah, it was like I love you, and I was like I love you too, and then we had a hug, and he went, "Fuck it, I'm killing you."
Yeah. It's because I followed him in. He was waiting, and I
No,
was like,
I was in,
oh, all right. I
and I
busted
shut
in
the
then.
door, and you went, "I'll join you."
Yeah. And then I came
I
in.
didn't have a choice.
And he
Put
just
his foot in the
started,
door.
he started pissing, and then I was just like, "Oh fuck it, I'll piss as well." Like, so we just both pissing, and
we
we
were
like, we like look at each other,
cross-streams.
like laughing and like giggling, like little schoolgirls, like, and then yeah, we had a little hug after it, and he was like, "Oh, I love you, man." I was like, "I love you too. It's really nice to meet you."
I
And
think you
everything.
started the love.
And then because I was under him at that point, and then I dropped to like try and take him down, and then literally as soon as I did, he just spread his legs and then punched me in the face. And then
Impressive
at that point,
Allegedly.
then we both got very boisterous and we're like throwing each other around, and then that's when
As
we hit
boys
the
do,
as
yeah.
boys do. And then that's when we hit the bath panel, and then we were like, "Oh fuck, should probably stop now." Whoa. And then we went downstairs, and then you asked me, "Oi, did you just get punched?" And I should have gone, "Yeah."
So I got
I
pulled.
fucking
Yeah,
did.
looking back, you should have. But also, I wouldn't have stopped
No.
hurting guys.
You were bladdered.
But
that
I
night.
got taken into the little corridor by the front
Yeah.
door. And
Yeah.
like taken
yeah, the
aside and
vestibule.
told.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally you and then
Yeah.
you took me in and was like, "This has happened." So like, what did you
I
expect
think
me to react?
I
like,
think
you
she
know?
told both of us, and
Yeah.
like we were like, "What?"
I love the fact that
I
you think I
think-
wouldn't have come downstairs and gone, "By the way, guys, I've just been assaulted."
been assaulted.
I just came downstairs and was like,
It should have been me
You were
that
looking
came down.
scared, but you were looking scared.
I should have came down and been.
I
I've
think
been
it was-
assaulted.
I think it was two separate reactions because I think I remember it telling us, and it was like, "Oh, it's up in our bathroom," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I went to go like investigate the bathroom,
I went to
and then
investigate
Dale is
Gary.
immediately like, "Where's Gary?" And we
Went to
fight.
investigate
I'm like, "Oh,
Gary.
what's the damage of the house?" And Dale's like, "What's the damage I could do to this boy?"
I still remember it so vividly as well because I was just like, oh, it's nice and cold out here. It was nice and chill, and it was like,
Were you thinking that when you were halfway up the
He
wall?
wasn't.
I was
He,
like,
He's like,
I was like, I can see home from here.
he was hiding out back. He was. He knew what he'd done.
No, because he was literally like, right, and I was like, hi, Dale, and he just went, whoop, and I was like, oh. Okay. And he's like, why'd you punch Josh? I was like, I didn't. Can I get down now? Why'd you punch Josh? I didn't.
You explained it to me in the end, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like, he tackled me after a hug, and we just got a bit kind of carried
was that
away.
while you were still up there?
I wish I'd come back up now and
I
gone.
literally held him there.
Oh,
like,
while
I was just
doing
like,
that, I was just like kicking my feet, like.
I wish I'd been in the background going, "Yeah, no, he fucking did punch me. He went for the double underhook. He fucking hurt me, but."
It's a really funny thought that you're like held up and you're just casually like, "Oh yeah, he just
Well,
this is how it
I had-
happened. He tackled me and then I dropped down and I did this while you're currently and that's how it all went about."
Hold on for a second.
Oh right,
I had-
demonstration. Sorry, I
So
didn't
he
realize.
had me like up,
Yeah.
and I just went like just to kind of maintain stability, and I was like, I didn't do anything, and he was like like as if he was like actually trying to hurt, like,
Yeah.
and he just wasn't listening to reason. I was like, Dale, if you let me down, I will explain. He went, no, explain now, and I was like, okay.
you had to explain up there.
I was like, fair
You're not
enough.
going down yet.
I'm not going anywhere. So.
Fucking hell.
This is obviously going back. This is obviously pre-post Gary as well. So it's different Gary, folks.
Oh yeah, it
It
was.
was pre-puss.
Yeah, pre-post Gary.
Which is surprising because you normally would have like full on swung at somebody back then. That's
you
why you
handled the
didn't.
situation quite well.
I think it was when you calmed down. It must have
Well, the
been.
defense against you, or the defense against the dark arts over there.
The dark arts for sure. Like we were joking.
I think
Boys will be boys.
because
I was just like,
I think
"Fucking hell, like, my
this was
trainer
definitely
actually
like a
kicked in."
year or two after we had met you. Because there was a period where you were really aggressive and we had to have a chat with you and we were like,
Oh,
look,
like
you
when I
need to
fucking-
calm down.
It was sucked when I did it because when I did it and you dropped, I knew that like there was no way I was going to do it unless I like tried to hook your leg or something, which is obviously getting into very dangerous territory. So I was like, at that point, I was like, right, at this point, we're just gonna bear hug. So I was gutted really because I did want to take you to the ground, but I also didn't want to.
But
I think probably it would have gone sideways, whatever I'd attempted to do after that. But whatever I'd attempted to do would have hurt one of us
Can
significantly.
you imagine
so.
watching that back and being able to like cast it?
Oh, it would have been class.
Hey,
He
just
goes
in slow motion, like, and you can see some brilliant technique
Fuck
from Josh.
Oh,
And get some of the backstage stuff as well, like the drama backstage.
Oh, so going through my mind right now, nothing. I've just defended.
the only problem with that is
That's
that
years of training.
His attack has come, and
if
I
there
have done well.
was recording of it, we'd have to cut a bit off where you were cocks together, sword fighting beforehand.
Oh, 100%.
So, you know,
And we were comparing like
Well, that's the thumbnail, I'm
all
not sure.
too and stuff.
I'm not surprised.
Ball
The-
good.
Yeah, right. And then I was like,
He's got some fucking space operas.
space
Yeah.
operas.
What?
I'm not
You're
surprised.
like
mind.
They just make
Actually, no, I am.
Baby-
I am
What?
surprised
Baby
because you
making
managed to fit
machines.
her into a fucking Domino's garlic tip
Hey,
thing.
it was the big one. I
Oh.
wasn't.
Oh.
Is there
Yeah,
a
you got my
small one?
hopes up and
wish
then
I still had
immediately
that
dashed
picture.
it.
Is
I
there a-
got it somewhere.
Have you? Oh, you need to find it.
I've got the ball
Josh
bit.
will post it on Twitter.
Is there a small one of
Hey,
those?
if we reach 1,000 likes, we'll post it on
Release
Twitter.
the ball pick.
Uncensored.
I can't remember how graphic it was.
It was
Oh,
your
pretty
testicle
Can we paint
I mean, I know it was my test.
with a bit of fucking
With a bit-
garlic on it.
Can we censor the picture by putting a face on it? Is that what
like
you
a wee
want?
smiley face sticker.
Yeah, put Gary's face over it.
Oh my god, we could actually.
Has anyone?
Honestly, his balls probably have the same hairline as Gary anyway.
It's probably got a more accurate tash as well, right?
Probably, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Has anyone noticed the Easter egg on the Surfshark video yet with Lars?
Oh, I don't know.
don't think
I
it-
don't know.
I think it went under the radar.
I think you did as well.
If anyone's watching this, go watch the clips of the month for October. Was it October?
Yeah.
And yeah, look at the Surfshark ad and try and find Lars.
I found a picture of like, because it was meant to be for November, I found like, you know, a picture of like a child, like a little baby who was like sat there with all these like
In, like, a
leaves and
field
everything.
and stuff.
Yeah, like all autumn and stuff. And then I just photoshopped Lars's face onto the baby.
And not even well either. Like real bad, like square cut out, just slapped it on him. It's so good.
I try to like soften the edges so he's got 2 ears on one side and everything. It's not great, but it was funny.
So good.
I wanted to put someone else in there as well. It was like I cleared it with Josh, or like I was like, Josh, can I put this in? And they were like, he was like, nah. I was like, for every new subscriber, we'll send out Stan's bathwater, and I just like taken, you know, the picture of Belle Delphine's one. I'd like taken that and just wrote Stan instead on it and put it there.
It was so good. It was so good. But I had a feeling that like,
Oh, they
like
would have said no.
Surfshark
They would have said no
like-
immediately. But yeah, it was funny. I'll do it with you next.
Okay.
We'll get
Make
along.
you into a poorly photoshopped
you-
elf.
You know me. Like, I'll get slapped in the face with cheese or whatever you want me to do.
Oh yeah, you've done that. Do you remember that when you did that to him?
Well, can we? Well, if we can get that on.
Get the
that on.
video.
Get the
on.
Have you
video.
got it?
Yeah.
You still you need,
Yeah,
you'll
it's
need a
on.
poster in our chat so we
I
can.
just remember
Yeah, I
it was
will.
like I was
Grab
coming
it.
down the day before. You're like, can I do this to you? I was like, yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
It was the
Kirsty's seen it and she's like, why the fuck are you doing that? I'm like, because yeah.
it was that
He has
that
to do
thing, wasn't it, where people were like videoing their babies and
Yeah,
throw
slap
cheese on
down.
them, and you were like, Gary, can I do that to you?
And Kirsty's like, why the fuck did you say yes to that? It was like yesterday when you were like, can we wax your nose? And I went, if you want. And Kirsty's like, what the fuck? Like, why have you said yes to that? And I was like, well, just boys asked that.
You'll
We
actually
actually
love that. The initial
Well-
pull sucks a bit, like, but
ball.
the feet pull.
Oh,
Yeah, the
But the
initial
feeling
ball.
afterwards
need to
is
pronunciate.
Oh,
Pull.
shit.
Pull. Pull.
pull.
Pool.
Pull.
You say it.
Gary, say
Pool.
purple burglar alarm.
Pool.
This is gonna be like that the boss at WoW. Purple burglar alarm.
He sounds like a Murloc when he does it. Purple.
We have one more attempt. Go fast. A little bit fast.
Purple burglar alarm.
Oh, that was better. That was better.
Purple burglar
What
alarm.
was the boss in WoW?
Which one?
Them
There's loads of bosses in WoW.
Nighthold, the one that like reverse time and fast forward time. Was the
That's
second
the end of
boss.
Metal.
Oh no, that was the wait.
Oh, the one with the orbs that went around. And there
That was
like,
the last but
faster
one.
stuff.
I thought that was the
It was the
last.
last but one boss,
it was
wasn't it?
after the scorpion. There was a big fountain before like the cake boss.
Can't remember.
Oh, we're thinking of
Something-
different ones.
A non
Oh, chromatic anomaly.
See
Or
that?
chromonatic or something like that. Chromatic.
chromatic.
I think it's chromatic anomaly.
I can't say it.
Hold on,
That's
I
Can you just say anomaly?
We
for me
spoke
a
about
second?
it.
Anomaly.
There's no way that's
No.
real.
Just-
Non.
Right, I'll go first, right? Anomaly.
Anomaly.
Why are you adding more? Anomaly.
And look, if I can spell out anomaly.
No, it's not even
no.
anomaly. It's anomaly.
There's an
I'll go
extra
one more.
O
We'll
in
go
the
one more.
middle.
Ready? Anomaly.
Anomaly. I'm trying to like block out everyone as well.
Anomaly.
Like,
Split it up, right, into two, but it's actually...
anomaly. I can't
No,
do it.
it's not anomaly.
It's not anomaly.
anomaly.
This is where you're getting confused. Anomaly.
And
So
and-
it's not anon. It's anom.
it's not anon.
It's
I'm not a
anom
gnom.
ali.
It's not
Anom
anom.
ali.
Anonym.
There's no way this is happening.
I just the brain's not working.
Right,
be
right. We
real,
can do
like.
this, right? Go
Right, hold
anom.
on, you're not here.
Just
Right,
go anom.
I'm on.
No. What is happening?
What are you on, mate? What are you on?
Hey,
I'm on. Kirsty, get ready. I'm on.
We'll go phonetically, right? So just say so it's A-N-O-M. So go anom.
Anom.
And then just say Ali.
Ali.
And then just say anomaly.
Anomaly. I can't do it.
Unreal.
Anomaly.
I'm genuinely, I'm telling myself.
Have you seen the
just say-
Friends episode where he's doing French?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's like, je m'appelle. And he just goes, je de flou. This is exactly like that.
Look, like in my head, right? I'm going to just say the two bits together, and my brain's gone. Like that's what it feels like.
We just
Say it
have
slowly. Anomaly.
Anonymly.
oh my God.
You're not real.
No, I'm trying.
There's no way. There's no way.
Anon.
There's no
No
second
N.
N. It's an N.
Anom.
Not an N.
Anom.
Anom.
Ali.
Ali.
You know?
Put it together.
Anonymly.
He's added an extra one again.
I swear I'm trying.
I can't, man.
I genuinely like.
can't.
I don't think you understand how frustrating.
How frustration.
How frustration works.
It feels like you're just acting.
I wish I was.
I wish you were
I'm
as
just
well.
this-
Genuinely wish I
Stupid.
was. No, I'm not stupid. I'm all right.
No, you're a smart person. You just can't
Th-
speak.
This has to be like a condition of sorts.
The
Like
brain's like. It's
Yeah,
I've got
it's
like
Scottish.
well, remember this fucking stutter? I never had a
Oh
stutter.
yeah, we caused you to have a stutter, didn't we?
Yeah.
We caused
we
it.
caused
I
this
did.
down.
Look,
We genuinely
I
caused
never,
brought
it.
it on.
I never had a stutter until Classic WoW.
Classic.
Oh, the classic WoW changed a lot of us.
Definitely changed Dale.
Changed me.
Changed Dale,
Glenn's
man.
never showered for a delivery driver again.
That whole experience was brutal.
Do you want to know the sad thing about that? He still talks about it now and defends himself now. And how long has it been? Like
One
2
of
years?
my biggest regrets is not uploading all those to YouTube.
They would have
Still
been
have
class.
Nah, they're gone.
They're gone forever.
This
Did
is like
you
you
lose them because of
asking
the
about
DMCA?
the-
We've got clips, like we've got various clips of the,
but
of
not
the,
like key
but
moments.
not the
and
key
stuff.
moments and stuff.
But this is like the video that we constantly talk about. You asked me if I had recently about you getting home after a party and
yeah.
fucking
This guy.
this guy,
Nice
Oh, you have
guy.
that,
nice
don't you?
guy.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I've
I
probably.
thought
posted
you
on Twitter
posted
the
it
other day.
recently.
Yeah, but I had to look on his media and it doesn't.
Yeah,
go
we can't
that
find
far.
it. Yeah, literally can't find
It
it.
seems like
No,
a,
didn't you post the
You
specific
reposted
video
it?
on Twitter?
No, I
recently?
posted a similar one or something
this
similar.
guy,
Oh.
nice guy.
And it's like a
Pee
shit on the
his
floor.
mat. Nope, shit all over the floor, and I dropped my glass. It was a special glass that you had.
It was the
the
cause
whole
one.
night I was like-
it was the glass that was the perfect amount
Yeah,
for your drink.
it
Like,
really was.
The whole night you're like, I love this glass. And I'm like, I fucking hope you smash that glass.
I was back when I used to drink pink gin and lemonade, and
Yeah.
it was like there was a mark on the glass, and it was just a perfect for a double. And I
Yeah.
just used to fill that, and then lemonade, boom, done. And yeah, I literally got in, and I literally was like, wait, whoa, poof, dropped it, it just went boosh, and I was like, fuck.
shit all over the
Shit
floor.
Shit everywhere,
Piss,
glass
yeah.
everywhere.
Glass all over the place.
I remember fucking crying when I saw that.
I reckon I've
surprised.
got it somewhere. I just gotta
You
find
have
it.
to
Like,
have it somewhere like.
gotta find it.
You did
It's
post it on
absolute
Twitter,
class.
didn't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I thought,
Yeah,
I
but this
thought
is going
he
back
did.
like 3 years on Twitter.
In the media,
I thought
longer
recently
than
it came back
Did
up
he go in
again.
the WhatsApp group?
Don't know.
it's longer than 3 years as well.
Oh, is it? Oh, fuck.
Well, if I've
Oh god, yeah, it's been longer than 3 years.
I've been
Oh, yeah,
back
must
in
be.
Edinburgh for 4.
No, it won't, because Zion isn't that much older than 3 years old, so it can't be. And he was like a pup at the time.
It
so.
is. I've been back in Edinburgh. For
I know my dog is
I
pal.
don't think you do.
So,
I've been
Josh,
back in Edinburgh for 4 years.
Hold on,
and
let me
3 years ago, I
find out how
was
old Zion is.
me and my
I think
ex
you're
were
going
still
to be
together.
surprised how old.
So it was
he 5?
before then.
Yeah, I think you've lost some years, Josh.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what anyone
probably
else, but
COVID.
COVID fucked me up. Like.
Yeah. It
So
took
I've-
2 years
COVID
off
really
I've
everything.
been in
fucked me.
Edinburgh for 4 years.
And Jack now and stuff.
Yeah,
Like Jack's
COVID
like
was 2
17
years,
months.
like.
Yeah.
So,
It's
like-
all
And it's
fucked up.
before.
And it's been a year since COVID's kind of
Like, does anyone
chilled
go
out.
like, last year thinking about something when actually it was like 4 years ago or something? I do that all the fucking time at the moment. Like,
It's
I'm
like the
30
Paris
now.
trip.
I feel like I'm
Pardon?
27.
The Paris trip was
Normal?
like just before COVID.
I've
And
It
I
was
was
literally 3
I
years
still
ago.
feel like, oh,
You're an
that
idiot.
was like,
you.
It was
and
3
you
years ago
and
December,
him
wasn't
and
it?
Joe trained me to have a fucking stutter. I've
Do you want to
become
know
your
why?
pet monkey of
Because
English. Like,
because we would
you're
would
like, dance,
argue
monkey, dance.
we would argue and you would
When
like
do you-
slip up on a word and we'd go away and then you got self-conscious because of that. And there's that one picture that shows it
Yeah, I
perfectly,
think I still have
which
it
you
as well.
need to send into our podcast chat so we can put it on screen.
What is it?
I still got.
It's like
the
a
Spartan picture.
it's like a
Way
well
on.
thought out argument.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then he
yeah,
trips
yeah,
over
yeah,
something. It's like
yeah.
a stutter.
Yeah.
I still got like the diplomatic immunity. Like.
Yeah. The funny thing is, though, is anybody else slips up, nobody cares.
Well,
And then Gary slips up and he's just ruined, completely
I
gone.
think it was your stream.
Yeah.
But there was someone on the Reddit where it was like best moments. I don't know if it was you or me, but
I think it might have been.
He was like being in the stream. Everyone was slagging off Gary's stutter, like absolute ripping into him.
Yeah.
I was getting involved in chat, and it felt like I was getting pulled into it because they were like, "Wait, he's slagging you off too." I made a mistake typing, and Gary's like, "Wait, look at that guy's made a mistake," and everyone went, "Oh, you'll get better next time, bud." And I was
So-
like, "What the fuck?"
I remember reading that and they like said it wrong because I remember specifically like me and Joe were going in and then the person fucked up and then it was like, oh, everyone makes mistakes, don't worry about it.
Do you reckon-
And Gary was fuming.
Do you reckon a lot of this came from I wasn't looting?
I
Yeah,
wasn't
probably.
Luton, pal.
That's it.
Do you reckon that was a big?
Oh,
do you reckon
yeah.
that was a big
so
part in all this?
I wasn't Luton, was S4 playing, right?
Fortnite.
I think
Yeah.
it was
Do you
us
reckon,
four,
do you
yeah.
reckon that was a big part in all
It
of
was
this?
Because
definitely
we
us
were
four,
fucking
wasn't it?
crying about it.
It was we need to explain that now
I never
Yeah, I wasn't
started
looting.
until
Okay,
the,
so-
the
because
Joe,
it
like,
was
you're not
actually
part
us
of the
four
group.
playing Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, it's plot.
Yeah, we were playing WoW, and he was like, Joe was just fucking talking all the time. I was like, Joe, you're doing my fucking nutting. And he's like, deal with it, bud. And I was like, you weren't part of this group. I was like, I'm gonna fucking destroy this boy. I said plart. Was it plart a minute? I was like, oh.
Fucking Paul plot, walk up.
The best thing is when you know, because like literally he'll say something and like he'll fuck it up and he'll go, and then because everyone else has gone hypersonic because no one's fucking, everyone's like laughing so much because they can't even comprehend it. And then you can just hear him going, oh, for fuck's sake.
think-
And then everyone just fucking dives
Dude.
in like,
Well,
wait, plot.
Plot might be one of the best ones.
Plot
There
is
was that
100%
one,
one
and
of
then
the
there
best.
was the Razor Fen dungeon. I can't.
I know
There's
which one
more
you
than
mean, yeah.
one of them.
Probably Crawl because we're not going to
Right.
say the other one.
And that was when
You
he.
can see it.
Yeah, that was when he became a donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I said something, got slagged off for it. And I was like, "Fuck these boys." Left
You basically
Discord,
quit, didn't you?
left out, and then you discovered me leveling.
Yeah. I bumped into you in the real world, didn't I? And I was like, Gary? And I typed in, and I was like,
"You
Gary?
fucking idiot! Get yourself back in Discord." I was like, and then I logged out, and then I remember someone sending me a clip of him being like, "He's logged out."
But yeah, the Luton thing, he was, at the time, he was living in Luton in England.
Never lived there.
Yeah, you did. Shut the
No,
fuck
no,
No,
no
he's
one should
telling
live there.
people
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
right. Oh, you saying never lived
Yeah,
there. I
yeah.
thought you were announcing I never lived there. I was like, I'm pretty sure you did. And we were playing Fortnite for about 4 hours. And
Fortnite.
literally for 3 hours of it, every time Gary would mention Luton, we'd go, oh, you, because he went, do you want to say it? Do you want to say the words? Do you want to say Luton and then Luton?
Well, Luton's a place.
Yeah.
And I was Luton.
Yeah. So you listened to what he said, then he said the exact same word both times,
Do you
right?
remember Luke and Luke?
Yeah.
Like Glenn's brother Luke. I was like, look over there. Like, he's like, what the fuck are you
So
talking about?
tell us You were in Luton. I wasn't looting.
I wasn't looting.
Now say you was in Luton.
You was in
I
Luton.
was in Luton.
I was in Luton.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know that, but anyway. So it's
Luton.
all night. All
What?
night we'd been ripping into him without him even knowing. He literally had no idea. And
He
then
was
for
so
about
angry.
for about a
It must have
30-minute.
taken me months to figure out what the joke was.
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the
No one
best bit. He didn't know. Did
no
he?
one
Yeah.
explained it to me.
For
You
about
just-
30 minutes, then we kept going. Oh, Gary, were you in Luton? And he's like, I wasn't Luton. I'm like, I wasn't Luton, and he kept saying it over and over, and he just didn't get it. He just did not get it. And then we told him months later.
Yeah, we were playing WoW, and,
And
it was
you
like
were
still saying that. I was like,
fucking
fuck off.
furious. You literally stopped talking for hours.
And this was pre-puss.
Pre-puss,
Yeah.
Gary.
If I remember, you weren't. Oh, I wasn't Luton, and we were like, oh yeah, where do you live, or something like that.
Yeah, it was just.
And you were
Yeah,
like,
well,
what?
this was
And then we
happening.
just kept repeating, he wasn't Luton,
Well, this was the
wait,
same
and that was
time
it. 3
when
hours, 4 hours.
Josh
long.
would
Ridiculous
keep
joke.
all the loot for himself.
What you on about? Well, I've never been like that.
You always
in Fortnite, so you'd have like 45 guns, and the rest of us would have like pistols and melee. So when Josh starts going off like, "Where are all the guns?" and then goes Gary, and I was like, "I wasn't looting." Like, that's. I think that's where it came
Yeah,
from.
because then we were like, but you were, meaning like
Yeah.
you're in Luton.
Oh, I get that now, but you didn't tell me until like.
No, I know, but
fucking
this is what I mean.
It's funnier to not tell you.
And like we kept accusing you of being in Luton by saying Luton, and then it just kept going back and forth. Like any opportunity we got to say Luton and Luton, and like you didn't understand what was going on. Just one of the
I
best.
thought you were in on
moments.
the joke the whole time.
No. And this was the time of my life where in Luton,
You were so sad.
yeah, because I was
Luton or Luting?
London, Greater London.
I don't know. It's probably worse, London. Really.
So I was like, I was working. I lived in a house share with four strangers.
Why? Halfway through a sentence, she's just like, oh yeah, so I was,
This is alright. It's fine.
yeah, so it's basically like this
Before
situation.
I would have fucking hit someone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure?
I think so.
Pre-puss. Post-puss. Nice guy.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
Before
So-
you went, like, turn into Shakira. Whack, whack,
On tonight.
Oh, you gotta edit that in, like.
I was thinking more like, my name is Ed.
What's that?
Oh, don't tell him we'll have another Luton going. Months down the line, like, my name is.
I don't know what that is.
I can't believe it.
Man,
So-
I'm starting to cry from laughing.
I was
No.
working in Greater London
Right,
and living in Greater London.
right. In Luton.
And I was going work home, and home
Right.
was a house share with four strangers.
Right.
Had no one around, so Discord and everyone on Discord was my social connection, and
Imagine how many wanks you had.
I was gonna say you had one
my
other connection.
my,
One other connection with Matt Palm.
my,
baby.
like my venting space, my relaxing space, and everything. So if that wasn't going well, I wasn't going well. I was fucking like, if that wasn't in a good place, and that's where like all the Discord drama stuff would just fucking like, I'd be like, oh, fucking hate everyone, like, I just fucking
This was back when we used to have like regular Monday catch-ups, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
When we saw him, look.
yeah.
Right.
No. This was
This was
lunch on a Monday morning. I'd get a call from Josh. I'd go outside, sit on the bench. We'd hash things out.
Wait,
what we'd
really?
fallen out.
yeah, all the time. We like.
Oh, because we were just like fucking button heads, like every
it weren't even
fucking
me.
Weekend.
It was,
Oh,
no. Whoa.
it wasn't me. It was you.
No. What I mean is, I wasn't. I was very, really upset. It was often you was upset, and it was then me ringing, going, "Gary, you okay?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, fine, mate. Just lost my head a bit."
Nah.
Like, don't.
Nah. We were both as bad as each other. We are both emotional people that we contradict each other. We're yin and yang. Like we fucking butt heads all the time. That's just the type of people we are.
Just like two anomalies out there.
yeah. Just
Can
knocking
you
into
say
each
two
other.
anomalies?
Two people. Just fucking two
No,
things.
anomalies, yes.
Two things in the universe.
Two anomalies.
Two of them. Just bumping into each other all the time, like
Anomalies.
Monopoly.
Monopolies.
Just two monopolies, just fucking destined to clash heads.
I can't believe you probably just going, yeah, Monopoly, but you can't say anomaly.
Monopoly's easy though.
So is anomaly.
Obviously not.
No,
Anyway,
no.
sorry.
Yeah. So we
Your
were.
Monday catch-up.
So he's sitting there going like, "Oh, right, Gary's a fucking emotional wreck every weekend." But we were both setting each other off. Like
Yeah, but this was
one of us would add fuel to the fire, the other one would light the fire.
This was pre-post Gary. It was
Yeah.
you were a different being.
Aye, but that's basically just saying it was all my fault and you had nothing to do with it. And
That does sound like something Josh
we
would
could have
say.
pinned a lot of things down to being your fault before.
Yeah.
Oh, aye, which is fair. I was a bit of a fucking nightmare.
Pre-post Gary was a different being.
No, I
tried to kill one of our
different
friends.
gravy.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that, but like,
Because I'm still the same. You've changed drastically.
I don't know, you changed a bit.
you don't.
I
Just
don't know.
start, you don't just start a fire without petrol. Do you know what I mean, or fuel?
I was just the wood.
I mean, people
I was
start
the
fires
wood.
with sticks.
You
and
were
stuff.
the- you were the
but you need
catalyst,
something.
Gary.
I'm sitting here going, whoa, and hoping fire should go, but Josh needs to add something in here for the fire to go.
Or is this fucking?
I don't know. I'm.
Or is this analogy?
So I'm at right. This is me.
I think
right?
if we just nod,
This-
you'll carry on.
Like this is me. Okay.
Are you an anomaly?
I'm Monopoly. But like I can't start a fire without a reaction.
Right.
Chemical, physical, any of that. We'll go engineering because I can do that. I can't start the fire until I've got like that fuel or that physical reaction. Josh is that.
Are you
he's the
calling
fuel
me
to
the
your
catalyst?
fire.
Like,
Well, I'm saying one of us has to be the catalyst, but one of us is the.
I'm the lonely firewood chilling.
Well, that's fine, but you're still involved. Do you get me?
That's-
You can't have a fire without the wood and the thing to light the wood on fire.
Just because
Are
you put
you
your spark
saying-
on him to cause the fire, it doesn't
No,
mean
no,
he's
no.
the
But
problem.
I'm saying that like sometimes I lit the flame, sometimes he lit the flame.
I don't believe Josh would do anything like
Yeah.
that.
You're a liar.
The hill's gone with that.
That was a really weird laugh.
Yeah, we're all really going hurt.
Oh my god.
Fair one. All right.
Are you
We
saying
were both
that
to
Josh
blame.
is the fuel to your fire?
No, I'm saying that sometimes I was the fuel, sometimes he was the fuel. But what he said was, Gary did it all, and I just fucking fixed it every time, which is
90-10,
not
I'd say.
accurate.
90-10. So.
Yeah, no,
We like, I can't fall out with Josh if Josh is not involved in the conversation. Do you get what I'm saying?
You
I
tried
don't
to.
know.
No, I can't.
I
Because
don't know. There's times people fall out with people without the other person even being involved.
I understand because I've got the brunt of that a fair few times as well.
You just said it can't happen
but
unless
no,
Josh
but
is
like it
involved.
just doesn't
and then
make
said,
sense.
"You've had
Like
it."
how can he be like calling me to make things right if he wasn't involved in the first
I was
place?
just worried
Look
about
at
you.
the smirk on
I
your
was
face.
just worried about you, Gary. Just worried about you,
Which
man.
is fine, but
Right,
back to the main
yeah,
point.
carry
Luton was just a fucking like anything happened in Discord or to do with gaming, like it emotionally affected me because that's the only thing I had.
See? So he's arguing, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, but by the way, if anything happened, I was a wreck."
Yeah, it's like he's projecting.
I
his
think what he's
emotions on
more
everyone
saying
else,
is because Discord was so big, because the
Discord
drama
was my
there
life.
felt like it was so much more because
Oh my god,
That was his whole
Monopoly
life.
Is my life.
yeah, exactly.
Triple art, like.
Monopoly
So you were basically like, I had no life in Luton, so Discord was my life.
in Greater London.
So if it was going bad, then
yeah. I was
Then
directly
everything else was
impacted
going
by
bad.
that. Yeah. And then like what?
I'm not surprised you didn't want to be in Luton.
Oh fucking. And then, but to be fair, that got me where I am
Like,
now.
We
And
were all
I-
confused that like halfway through playing Fortnite, you just randomly going, oh, I wasn't Luton.
And we wouldn't have the relationship we have if I wasn't down there either, because it was literally every second or third weekend I was in Wales.
We did see you a lot.
We
Yeah.
did see you a lot.
It was nice.
So I don't think we nearly have like,
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
yeah, we wouldn't have the friendship we have and the closeness and how much I hate some of you sometimes and how much you hate me and all that sort of stuff if it wasn't for that. So like, although it was a really shit part of my life, it was a very important part of it.
Yeah, we've all had our falling outs, obviously.
Obviously, that's just what happens.
Some of us started the relationship with a falling out, like some of us.
Yeah, some of us went in gun blazing.
Who?
I don't know. Someone did,
Someone.
not me.
Kife's face across the fucking sofa, like.
Oh,
It was a previous me in another life.
that's
Nah,
fair. You
me.
reincarnated.
No, I was
it.
a fucking nightmare. I could appreciate that, and I feel
Gary,
mega regret.
you know when we invited you on the podcast? We wanted it to be like a nice fun thing.
Well, we've done that. We've just
Nice,
fucking
happy, fun
slagged
thing,
me
and
off.
you're there
Going
like,
we
"Oh,
come
so
see this
shit,
dance
I'm
monkey dance.
Gary's like, I'd like to take this time to apologise to all my friends.
Well, it was like when you were talking about the incident with Kaif, the first time I met most people.
yeah,
Apologise every time I hear about it.
that's sad.
Yeah,
You should just be like, we tried to kill you, wanko,
that's not me anymore.
It,
like a
but it'd
waste
be
man.
gone.
Just remind him if ever he wrongs, he'd be like, Could have killed you.
Yeah.
You know this, right?
You're only alive because of me.
Everything you have, you can thank me
I
later.
gave you mercy.
Oh, fucking
But I
hell.
wouldn't do that.
You guys only get Kaif because of Gary.
It's 4 on Christmas Eve, so it would have been 3.5.
That's not accurate.
It is.
I'm afraid not. I didn't know Kirsty when it happened.
Right?
Well, actually, I may have known Kirsty.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong.
Oh,
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Oh, look at that.
Look,
Evolution.
see, we're growing.
previously, Josh's head would have been
Yeah.
under a pillow.
Boom. That's it. That's literally how it would have gone, like. And then we'd have had a phone call tomorrow.
You would have been curled up in a ball, like
Yeah,
on the
like,
floor.
please no.
But like you're flat. When I just randomly walked past, you went.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Love that.
To be fair, though, Josh does have a history of attacking his friends during a party when he's drunk.
Yeah, so he does. So did
I remember when he...
DDT'd Gaslight.
I was a bit iffy on bringing her
It
up.
was more of a suplex. All right, but
It was.
I will DDT the world.
I remember you charging at him, and it was like slow motion.
Friend.
You were fucked that night. You were drunk that night.
Yeah,
as well.
You were so- Wait, was that the night where the next day we came up and we came to see Josh and he was just bollock naked in
I
bed?
still got a picture of
Wait,
Josh with
Yeah.
just a pillow
was
over
that
his
the
mouth.
night?
That was the night the day you came over.
oh yeah, I remember this.
I was staying with
Oh,
them.
was that the one where Ali was changing and Gary tried to go peek?
No, that was before.
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
that was
but
a bit-
this was the
okay.
time when you were like, "Oh, have you eaten her?" And it was like, "No, Ali just made breakfast for Josh."
Oh.
I was their guest, but I was not
It was
offered
so
breakfast.
weird. Like, because I even said to Ali after, I was like, "Did you not think to?" And she was like, "Oh my god, I feel so bad. I didn't offer him a sandwich."
Because you came in, I was like, "All right, Josh's still in bed," and then you went in, and it was like, "Josh, what? How have you got breakfast?" And Gary's not going, and I was like, and you were like, "Ooh," and it was like, "Did you get any?" I was like, "No, I wasn't asked."
Yeah, so
It was definitely the same
feel like-
weekend he tried to peek, right?
He
It
tried
was.
to peek.
I don't know.
Mate, I remember we came
think
up
I
and
think it
like
might be-
Gary was like, "Oh, I think you were telling us."
Yeah.
You were like, "Oh, Gary tried to bust in on it, change it."
Yeah,
and we
she
were
was.
like,
She was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go get change a sec," and he literally followed her in, basically.
he's like, "Where that
And
boobies at?"
in like, well, in defense of no one, I guess. But Gary was like, "Oh, I really didn't mean to," and I was like,
I went to get.
How
were
could
you
you
trying
get
to
this so
do?
wrong? Like,
"I'll solve. I'll be okay with it."
I went to
But
get my rucksack out the bag so that I had my stuff to get myself sorted because I was getting
Yeah.
shipped off
it was.
very soon after.
I can't remember how black and white it was, but it was along the lines of, "All right, I'm going to be naked in this room in about 5 seconds," and Gary went, "Okay."
He's like,
And
"Oh,
then
that's my
5
that's my
seconds
hint."
later,
I'm in."
walked into the room and was like,
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's go.
"She knows what she's doing."
But can I just say, you're
That's
talking,
an inside joke, by the way.
you're talking about
Yeah, we're not going in
you're
on
talking
that.
about hints, but
Did you
there-
not think like, oh, yeah, Ali Josh is in the other room? Like, should we?
That's forbidden love. We can't do this.
I would just like to point out, you're talking about me picking up on hints, but I can talk to you about another story which shows that hints are not my forte.
Oh, they're not anyway. We know
Yeah,
that.
we know that.
Remember
from
that
the tea.
party at yours
Which one?
when he tried to get me laid?
Oh yeah.
You didn't pick up on that. I literally had to close the door.
Was that the one?
And that was
where,
like I'm going to shag you, and I was like, it's quite cold outside. Isn't
Was
it?
that the one where every time it was it was coming up, and I was like, "You're not having sex in my house."
Yeah.
And I was like-
then your partner at the time
It was
like,
funny,
you are
because
having sex in my house.
The best. So just to give some context to the story, we're at a house party and there's a girl there that's really into Gary, and it's
For
basically
some unknown
and it's
reason.
basically confirmed that she really wants to have sex with Gary. Right? Everyone in the house party knew that they were going to have sex. Apart from Gary. So Gary was the only
Wait,
person
hold
that
on.
was not aware
But-
of the situation. And everyone was having conversations about the fact that they were going to have sex. And Gary was like, huh?
But just,
What are we-
just to
what are we talking about?
Just to clarify, though, everyone had decided I'm having sex, but I didn't want it.
Yeah. Yeah, this was pre-plus Gary as well.
I was.
This was very scared Gary. Like,
No, we were just trying
I've
to
never
get him.
seen a vagina.
We wanted this new Gary, so we're like, fucking
Yeah.
take him.
I wasn't
It was like
ready.
seeing the Pokemon evolve.
we knew what he needed, and we were trying to give it to him.
We were watching it evolve. Everybody's pressing A like evolve, and then me and Gary are like, "No, B, don't evolve."
No one. Everyone asked everyone else if they were ready for me to have sex. No one asked me if I was
Yeah.
ready to have sex. I wasn't.
I remember,
basically-
like someone had had a conversation about shower it, and I kind of joined in, and I was like, "Oh, guys, oh, nice, like good for him, like type of thing." And then I came over to you, and I was like, "So, you ready?" And you were like, "For what?" And I was like, "Oh, for she's really into you, like, and I've heard that you're gonna do the business, like." And I was like, all like, because I knew it was gonna be Gary's first time, and I was like, yeah. And Gary was literally like, "I don't know what you're on about, mate. I literally got
It
no,
was
like,
funny as fuck because we
Wait,
were in the
wait,
kitchen.
let me do this bit.
Okay.
So me and you were outside. Is this what you were going to say?
Yeah. I
Right?
thought
So
we were in
me
the
and
kitchen.
Dale were outside. The friend of this girl came outside and went, "Which one of you is Gary?" And I looked at Dale like, "Help!" Like I was like, "I'm not putting my hand up."
Yeah.
And then Dale went, "Him." And she looked at me and was like, "Have you got a condom?" And I was like, "What? Why would I have a condom?" And she went, "I'll sort it." And I looked at Dale and was like, "What? What just happened? Why did you do that?" And he was like, and I'm like, what was?
Do you remember the whole, like, "You got a condom on your wheel lad"?
Oh, that sounds that
was your Welsh
accent. Yeah.
Just went even more Scottish. "Have you got a condom, wee laddie?"
oh fuck.
So yeah. Then there was later on where she came into the kitchen then, wasn't it?
And you locked me in
And
there.
I was like, "Yeah, she's your cool guy. I'll see you later. Close the door."
And I came to the door to try it, and
like,
him and Penny were holding it shut.
I'm not surprised.
And I was like, "Oh, I'll go out the garden." And she locked it.
He's trying to run away from it. Like,
She locked the door. And
What,
I
as
was-
in you went out, she
So-
stayed
no,
in,
no,
and
she
she locked
came in
she
it?
the
locked
kitchen.
it to stop her from getting out.
She
Oh!
she locked the
I'm so glad I was so against. This sounds really
Can I
suspect.
just
Like,
ask, why were you so against it? Like, if someone was like, "Oh, look,
Don't you want your son to
I got a chance to."
I
like,
said to him, I was like, if
You
you're gonna do
you should
it,
do it out the
yeah.
front.
I went, you can do it outside. You're
We
just not
should
doing
add
the
a
house.
disclaimer here, right? No one was actually forcing Gary to have sex. Okay, we were all just supporting the idea of it. We're like, "Yeah, go on, Gary, lad, get some." Like, none of us were like, "We're gonna lock you in a room
So,
until you have sex."
I was up for him. I was up for him
that's
to
what
do
you
it,
all thought.
but I
we
was
didn't know
like,
she was locking doors.
She was like, "Boys have got
I
me."
remember specifically telling him, I was like, you can go back to hers. You can go outside. You're not doing it in the house.
I just like
Because
if
I'm
my
not
mate was
cleaning
like,
cum
"Oh,
off the sheets.
Hold
I've
on.
cleaned puke off of them.
Hold on.
I've cleaned
You're saying you
fucking
can go back
pee.
to hers. I could have died.
So?
Okay.
Would you stop anyone from like?"
No.
Neither would I.
No, I was very. I remember
I'd be
you
all for
and
it,
I
though.
against the whole concept.
Oh,
And I was like,
I remember a year
I
ago
was like-
against
I was
you,
like-
I'd be
I
like,
was like-
"Fuck it,
I was
go
like,
for it,
Sam is
guy."
the biggest cock block I met.
Also-
you came up to me and said, "Don't have sex." You walked off. Your partner came up,
Yeah.
"Have sex." And I'm like,
But
"What the fuck is going
Also,
on?"
I knew about her, and I knew like stuff was a bit.
I was gonna get
She
eaten.
was like she was no, as in she was. A bit
Well,
of
we
a,
found out stuff was a bit
yeah,
a bit worse later on,
Did you
like-
did you ever find out about that? Oh, she brought coke in.
I found.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
found
found
a
out
bag of
Have
coke
you
on the stairs.
have you lost something? You look at so
Yeah,
maybe.
so
But I
all
can't
right,
tell you.
wait,
Can
we'll
we
just
help?
we'll
I
just
may as
talk
well say
about
that
it.
We
So
weren't doing anything.
Can we
so-
can we help you find
just to
it?
sort of hold on, I'll just sort of explain up to
That's
that
what she
bit.
was, like, saying.
We basically like
We're
as the
cleaning
party went on, Dale randomly came up to me and went, "I've just found this on your stairs."
Just found some
fucking
cocaine.
little
And it was literally a baggie
It's
of
good
like
stuff.
coke, and I was like, because I knew she did it beforehand, and
No, I was praying.
so I knew she did it beforehand, and I was like, if she's coming, she can't bring any like drugs in. I was like, that was my one rule, and she knew it beforehand. And I found it, and I was fuming. But anyway, we took it, and all of us knew about it, apart from her, and we kind of like just hid it. And me and Gary were chatting in the kitchen, and she's
Cleaning
like,
up and stuff.
yeah, and she's like wandering around
Yeah, she was
really
looking everywhere.
skeptical,
Opening
like,
drawers.
being really, really like.
It was like
It was really weird, wasn't it? It's like not acting normally, like literally just like opening a drawer, being like, and we're like,
Have
you're
you
looking for
lost
something.
something?
Yeah, we knew exactly
And
what she
went,
lost.
Yes.
She was like, yeah. She
Can
was
we
like,
help you? What have you lost?
what was it? We can help you find
I
it.
can't tell you.
And we were like, if you tell us, we can help you find it. She's like, no.
I prefer not.
And it was just such a like weird.
It wasn't a condom. That's not what she was looking for.
If she dropped the condom there, I mean, that would have been different.
The powder,
but-
Yeah,
you could have
about
used a tiny
everyone-
baggy condom.
yeah,
if you
everyone
wanted,
at the
you know.
party that night must have tried to give me a condom, so I must have had a feeling at
I-
that time.
His wallet's
So
bursted. like.
to let you know, I knew that she was with like I think she was like a drug dealer or something like that before. Like anyway,
Her.
Yeah, and like she was living with him and stuff. So I
could
was
have had a
like,
good life then.
you could have.
Yeah.
But it was like,
Looked after by his like,
it was kind of
looked
just
after by
like,
his girlfriend's drug dealer boyfriend. Like,
it was just like, yeah, don't want Gary to get mixed up in this.
I could have had a good life.
Oh yeah, it had nothing to do with the fact he didn't want jizz on his sheets. It was
That
all to
too.
do with protecting
To be
Gary.
fair,
Hey,
well, considering
there
it
was-
would have been
there
the
was
first time, it
both.
would have gone everywhere, wouldn't it? Like, let's be honest.
Wouldn't have got to the sex. Like,
Oh, a boob. Whoa.
but your partner at the time was fully condoning it as well. Was like,
Yeah,
go, Gary,
but-
go.
oh fuck us.
Yeah.
She was also
Go, my son.
fucking drunk out of her head as
Oh,
well.
it's fucking glorious.
My mum and dad sending me mixed messages.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I should have let you fuck.
No, you shouldn't have. You did
Okay.
the right.
Oh,
You
there
were the
you go.
only one
Oh,
that
there
did
you
the
go.
right thing.
Thanks, man.
I wasn't ready. I still don't think I'm ready.
4 years of it.
40.
No, 4 years of it, and you're like, I'm not ready.
Don't like it.
Oh fuck.
There has been some stupid times, so like,
Oh,
it's been
massively.
fucking mental.
Oh, for sure.
So I know we've spoken about it with Rob, but like, I want to ask both of you because you're both involved. Remember Rob's race with Garrett?
Oh, that's the great
I remember my race.
I remember that.
top 5 moment of my entire life, hands down.
Because I was
It's just
inside,
a
so I
shame
didn't
that
actually
no
see
one
it.
was there to see.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there until
It
we
was
did
just-
it was you two and Rob,
We're just
basically,
in,
wasn't it? And
yeah, we're
Glenn.
just in
Glenn.
Kaif's house. We're chilling, and all of a sudden, Rob's like, "Oh yeah, I used to be really fast when I was a kid," and I was like, "Yeah, well, you're not fucking fast anymore, are you?" And he was like, "Yeah, fucking am." And Gary was like, "I'll fucking beat you." And then all of a sudden, there was a fucking race on, and I was like, "This is gonna be class." So we went outside, and literally, it's quite a long street. It's close to about, I don't know, 60, 70 meters sprint, and they both line up down the end. And you're not that drunk, you really. Like, in the grand scheme of things, you were relatively sober. Rob was fucking pissed. All of a sudden, Rob just takes his top off. So he's just in the middle of the street
He
now.
threw it
just,
in my face.
Just taps off.
I'm not surprised.
Throws it. And I'm down the end and I'm like, right, ready, guys? Ready, hands in the air.
Well, when you
Oh,
did
go on.
that, and I remember because he went down into like the
Yeah, he
running,
went into race
the running
pace,
start,
yeah.
and he went, "Are you ready?" I was like,
Well, this ties into what happened. So
because I was like, "Where's this confidence?"
So he
coming from?
got down onto like all fours, like into like your race stance. And
You know, like
Gary,
proper race.
Gary
I know what you're
just,
talking about. Just when you say you got out on 12 4.
He then
You think
pulled my
it's a-
trousers down.
you think it's a me
and then I
situation
lost
all
my
over
virginity.
again?
Gary was just like literally stood next to him, like normally, like literally,
As
like
awkward as I usually
borderline wasn't even looking like he was about to start a race. And Rob never made it to an upright position. That's the best part about the whole
went up
thing.
and
He
down.
literally, like, he took off and like he immediately, the second his hands left the ground, he was falling. But it's like his body was gone, but his
Yeah.
head was like, I've got to go faster. So as he's still falling, he's building up some pace, and at this point they are somewhat together in terms of where they are. Then all of a sudden Gary just whizzes past him, and then Rob just like commits to the fall. And at that point,
Around while I was running.
that boy, I can't even describe it properly. He hit the floor and bounced, and then he bounced a few times and then just slid to a
Skimming
stop.
pebbles, like.
And his reaction, he got up. He was just covered in grazes and bruises. His watch was completely
No,
fucked.
but remember he was like, my watch.
Yeah, his watch was absolutely obliterated. It was like some smartwatch. The entire screen was just fucking cracked and gone.
I've
And he was
never-
just covered in blood all up his arm and his everything. He was just walking like he'd been shot. Like,
I felt like I was in more pain than him from laughing. I genuinely felt like whatever organs were in one were
I
going.
wasn't breathing properly,
I was
and
like,
neither was Gary. We were both
And
just
then-
hyperventilating on the side of the fucking
And
street.
then I
Like.
burst open Kaif's door and went, Rob just
Yeah.
fucking ate shit. Get outside, have a look. And I fell over onto Kaif's couch and was like,
It was so
I was just like, I need breath.
Oh, it was fucking.
hell.
Oh, it's just something else. It's just such a good visual. And the the good thing was how confident Rob really was. He was
Yeah.
genuinely like, I am going to rinse Gary. And then for him never to get fully upright and just hit the deck as hard as he did, just amazing.
Remember what we were saying about being able to commentate over it and see it
Oh,
again?
that would have been.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Honestly, I wish there was a recording.
I can't believe I didn't record
just
it.
so I could see it.
Hey, maybe in 20 years' time, we'll be able to get some sort of technology and just fucking zap out a memory and watch it back or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be good.
I'd
Get
actually
that.
pay for
I'd love
that
to watch it.
because I'd love
We
to see
should
Rob
just-
eat
if,
shit.
If we can do that,
Wait.
we should just get.
Sorry,
Because
We should, if that technology exists, we should
give it
just
5 years.
fucking-
You'll probably be doing it.
we should get a full day and just go through.
when he went down as well, he didn't put his hands out or anything.
No, he was fucking dolphin diving.
He he had his hands by his side basically, and he just fucking smashed the floor. How he didn't hit his face, I have no idea.
Just the way you're describing it makes me think of, like, you know, with penguins where they just dive down
That's
on their
literally
stomach
it.
and slide.
That's literally it.
Except
And then
he
his kind
landed
of
when-
his legs
Oh
went
my
up at the back a
God.
bit as if he was like grind into a halt.
Oh, he
just
scorpioned
hell.
as well, didn't he? Like his legs.
yeah, his legs went up. reminds me. I gotta tell it. I know he's not here, right? But when we went out for his stag, we went and played football golf, and
I think
there's a guy in football called I can't fully remember his whole name. He's Klensman. I think he was a German player. Anyway, he was renowned for sliding on his front. I can't think of his name. He's sliding on his front like after a goal, and Rob was like, he was drinking on the way around. We went around a second time around this golf course, and he was drinking whiskey the whole way around. And he was.
I'm not
If you
surprised.
know Rob, he is the lightest drinker I've ever come across in my life, and I mean that in all sincerity. I've never seen anything like, especially because of his size and his stature, not anything else. And he's drinking whiskey all the way around, and then all of a sudden he gets onto the last hole, and he's like, "Oh boys, I'm gonna go for a fucking slide. Here we go." And he runs full pelt, and he goes for a slide, and the weather is about as dry as a bone. And he fucking dives forward, and as he does, he puts his hands out like dives, and he literally just stopped dead. I mean, like, as if someone had pulled the brakes on and just pulled him back. He just hit the floor, his legs went up in the air, and he like so just crumbled into himself a bit. And literally, he was like, "Ugh." That's the noise he made when he hit the deck. And I was like, fucking hell, you all right? And he was like, yeah, nothing here. And then the next day, he had all bruised ribs, and for like weeks, he was in agony because of it. And it's fucking just the best thing ever. Just seeing, "Hey, ready, boys?" Bang, just stop dead.
Shit like this is why I've stopped drinking these days. Like,
You know, if you were drinking, you'd do a similar thing.
because he
It
just
was
started,
class.
like, we all make fucking stupid decisions.
Oh,
when we drink,
100%.
like, you know?
Yeah.
Yours are a bit different though, isn't it? Yours are just like a lack of regard for anything around you.
Yeah,
Like
but
Josh's
that's stupid
house.
decisions. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Josh's house?
Well, like fucking full cup of vodka
Oh.
and Red Bull, and he's playing flippy cup, and he forgot it's a full cup. And just
I
went,
thought I could flip it and catch it and
Fucking
drink it. You know?
daily one eye.
That would have been cool as
One
fuck
eye.
if you did that.
And the one that obviously angered him the most was the hot dogs.
The hot dogs.
Oh my god.
Are we supposed
'Cause
to know that?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
brought her up beforehand in the previous one, but we never actually spoke
I think
about
Josh
your
there,
reaction. I don't think so.
oh no, you weren't
'Cause-
in that one.
Yeah, it was when we were. You were there, weren't you?
What?
Were you?
No.
Oh,
I've
I was
heard
wondering
the
if it was the
sto-
online one.
I've heard all the stories. Like.
I was just filming.
Yeah.
It was in everything as well. His kettle
Yeah, they
had a
literally
fucking hot
so
dog
they
in it.
like for
His
those
fucking fairy washing up liquid had a fat hot dog.
for those who
in it.
don't know,
There's
for
so
those who
many
don't know.
stories from like your houses or flats, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
they just all like each one has like.
We,
fucking
well,
It was
we,
the go-to place,
we,
though, like,
we
that
did a
was
lot of
where we
house
did
parties and stuff,
parties,
didn't we?
yeah.
Like and
It
stuff.
was
So
either
was-
at his or at Sam's, like,
and
for the longest time.
Because I got a couple of things after we talk about this.
yeah. So anyway, we
Looking
it was
forward
like
to
weeks after we'd had a no, I wouldn't say a week. It was about a week after we'd had a party, and it was a big party, probably like 20 of us there. Really good night. And all of a sudden, my cat is like fucking trying to get behind the not the radiator. It was the fire. It was like the built-in fire, and it was like, and we were like, what the fuck is going on, like? So anyway, I went over there and I got like a knife out and I'm like getting behind it, trying to get wherever the fucking cat is trying to get out, and I just roll out a fucking section of hot dog,
You're the worst.
and I'm
human
like,
being,
and I'm like.
you're actually the worst.
I'm honestly like, what the fuck? And then I put a message into the Discord and I'm like, guys, like, anyone know why there's fucking hot dog behind my like thing? And Dale's like, oh my god, Josh, I've got to tell you something. And I'm like, well,
But I was pissed at the time.
yeah. I was like,
That makes it okay.
and this is
I
like
forgot.
this is like a week later, by the way. And I'm like, oh fuck, you know what's up? Like, what's up? And he's like, mate, right? We opened up a tin hot dogs. We cut them all into little pieces, and we've snuck them around your
Well,
house.
we didn't cut them into pieces.
Some of them were.
Some of them were whole.
Some of them were whole.
Like
don't
your
get me
A lot
wrong.
of
Nutella had a
them
whole
were
hot
Yeah,
dog.
so the
The
Nutella
washed up
had-
liquid had a whole hot dog.
So anyway, yeah. And you're like, I
Well,
feel
couldn't
really
remember
bad.
where we put 'em
Yeah,
either, though.
I feel really bad, right? But I'm not gonna lie to you, Josh. I can't remember where all of the other locations are. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, boys, you must be fucking kidding me. Like, so they rattle off a couple of locations, right? And one of them is the fucking Nutella jar. And I'm like, what? So I go into the Nutella, right? I'm not even lying. Big, like I think they're the 1 kilogram ones, the
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
ones.
like-
Literally a whole hot dog has just been fucking forced into the middle of it, and then the top put back on. So there's literally, I just open it up. There's just a hot dog staring at me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this like? And then the list just went on. Then there was one like we had like a lamp, and it was just
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
it was just like an open sort of like V-shaped lamp,
I mean,
and I
that
literally.
was probably cooked. Like,
Yeah, well,
Probably.
I stuck my hand in the top, and I literally just pulled out a fucking hot dog, and I was like, "What
Bit
the
of crisp
fuck
coming
is
out.
going on?" So yeah, we ended up going through. In a hot dog tin, for example, there's like I don't know, 10 or 12 hot
something
dogs.
like that.
I only found 6 or 7.
the cats have probably had a couple.
So either the cats found them. We moved out of that house about 6 months
They could
later.
still be hot dogs.
They could still be hot dogs.
We had a
Imagine they're
picture
still
on
there.
the wall as well, and
Yeah,
we put
there was
it
one,
because it was like obviously they hang on the thing
Yeah,
and
you
lean
just,
forward
tucked
like
it up
that.
behind
So we
it.
put it behind there. I remember that one.
Yeah.
My favorite one was the washing up liquid though because it was very visible.
Yeah.
and like you could just see like clear washing up liquid and a hot dog floating in it.
I remember because I didn't do it, but I watched you do
Yeah.
it. And I remember when we were doing that, we were like, "Oh, how funny would it be when Ali's cleaning up, like doing the dishes, and she's like, oh, a fucking hot dog in it."
I like the kettle as well because I was like, imagine he takes a drink and it's like, why the fuck does my coffee taste like fucking sausage?
Honestly, I remember because I don't even think you reminded me of the kettle one. I think we went to boil it and we felt it flopping round. So literally popped the lid up and there's a fucking hot dog in it. What the fuck is this? But yeah, carnage, absolute carnage. I was a bad
so
one. Like
good.
that was a bad one.
But like talking about Josh's accommodation, that like what we talked about yesterday
Yeah.
together, the going to yours for rugby,
Oh yeah.
where I was staying at Sam's.
I was fuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
I went for a haircut.
Yeah,
right?
you were having a
I just want to
haircut.
clarify.
I think
I
me and you went for a haircut.
No, I
Yeah.
went with Glenn.
No,
Right, so hold on.
He
Can we
was
set the
staying at
tone a
yours.
bit more?
Right.
Can we set the tone slightly more?
Oh.
Like, so Gary's come down for the weekend, right? It's quite a big thing because we're all looking forward to seeing Gary. We don't see him very often.
we're
So
that big. He was down all
you know,
the time,
every day. Fuck off. This was back when he was living in. Were you still living in
He was in Luton.
You were in Luton. So
He was always done.
he's coming down. Were you staying
With me.
You were staying with Sam. And yeah, you know, like, so if there's going to be anything done, we're all kind of doing it together, right? That's the kind of general consensus. I'll let you tell the rest.
So I'll just start with my bit, right? So I was going for a haircut.
This sounds like you're trying to like devoid guilt or
In the morning.
even though we shouldn't be.
But no,
guilty of
'cause
that, innit?
You should be guilty.
No,
Right, just-
We'll let the people decide.
I was going for a haircut, right? And then Glenn was like, "Oh, I'll join you," because I think I might have been living at my dad's at this point.
Don't know.
And Glenn lived
Oh,
directly
probably
behind
were,
me.
yeah.
So Glenn was like, "Oh, I'll come with you." We got there, and
And you told us you were in.
yeah, I
Ponty.
was like, "I'm in Ponty,
In
about to get a
Sam-
haircut."
And that's where I
Do
lived.
you wanna-
So
do
it
you wanna
was
go
like
meet
yeah.
the boys
it was
and just see
literally
what
like
they're
a
doing?
Yeah.
5-minute walk.
Yeah,
Nice
you
to get
said, "Oh,
outside.
we'll come meet you then after your haircut."
Yeah, because the plan was we were going. To
And then we'll all
Josh's
go together to
to watch
Josh's.
the rugby, and we'll pick up drink.
So
'Cause he
then
needs
we
drink.
were there,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
the boys were like, "Gosh, we just grab a bite to eat while we're here."
No,
Like, you know.
it wasn't the boys. Glenn was hungry.
Of course he was.
I remember specifically. He's like, "Boys, I'm really hungry. Can we get some lunch?"
So we just popped to a spoons, like.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, the plan was to order food to my house.
The plan was never discussed.
I don't
as
remember
food.
that.
I don't remember it
Food
either.
was
Part
never.
of the reason. Look at you all. Like
I never.
fucking
I don't
bastards.
Hold
remember
on, so
it.
you've got 3 people saying food was never part of the plan.
Two of
One
them are
person-
laughing when they're saying it.
That's because we're
I'm
all
laughing
enjoying
at
each
the
other's
fact
company.
Glenn's like, "Oh, I'm starving. Let's get food," and we're all like, "Yeah, all right."
We're all enjoying each other's company, so we're all smiling and laughing and stuff.
Exactly.
But 3 of
Exactly.
us have said food wasn't part of the plan. One has said yes.
Yeah.
One of them is also the type of person that wouldn't admit if they can't remember anything or
Right.
wrong or anything.
Me.
Yeah.
Nah, me.
Me.
Actually,
Yeah. I'm talking about
to be
myself,
fair, all of
actually,
us
yeah.
are kind of like
I
that.
was gonna say, fuck that.
So we went for lunch.
Yeah.
And then Josh was like, I think he sent a text when we were leaving, going to the Tesco to pick up everything. and he was like, "What are you wanting to order for food?" And it was like, "We've just eaten." Like we all even did that at the point the text came in, and it was like,
What do we do?
You knew, because you knew. Oh, we fucked it
it's
in.
like, boys, he thinks we're having food. He thinks this. He's wrong, but he thinks this. And then, so it was like, oh fuck, we've already had food. And then the text came of, don't bother coming through. And then it was like, oh, he's fucking throwing a hissy.
Yeah.
We've already got your drink. Hoping that would help the situation. Even though we hadn't even been to Tesco's yet, didn't have your drink.
We went
I
to
knew you didn't
Sainsbury's.
as well, because you'd only just
Oh, no, it was
messaged me and said we
Tesco.
just finished food. I was like, they're fucking lying.
Yeah, in Tesco.
No.
We were in Tesco when we text you back. We were in Tesco.
Were we?
At some point you were.
Oh no, we
When-
were
when-
there. We
later.
hadn't paid for it,
No.
but we were like, oh,
No,
we've
yeah,
already
because
bought
what
Yeah,
it.
you were
we-
implying
what
that
we
you'd
were in
gone.
Tesco. What
you would rang me at one point,
Yeah, what
and I
we-
was like, you haven't bought
What
my
we
shit.
did was like, we've already got your drink, and then like 10
We
minutes
were in
later, took a
Tesco,
picture of a box of Bud
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
Tesco, like, see, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So we're in Tesco and we're like, oh, boy's not feeling well. He's got a bit of a temper. Like, what do we do? And I think Glenn was like, why don't we get him a card?
No, I said let's
Oh,
get
is
him
it-
because I found a card for it.
Yeah.
And it was like
today's your special day.
on your on your special
today's
day.
all about you.
And then there's a bag that said today is all about you.
And then we got him a tech deck.
We were like, oh, where else can we get him? Oh, fuck it.
For anyone who doesn't know what a tech deck is, it's the little skateboard you use
Finger
with your fingers.
skateboard.
So just for anyone, this is obviously an admission of guilt.
And
by
we
me.
got
They knew.
No,
knew
this
they'd
was like,
fucked
how
it.
can we wind him up more? Give him a little card. Here you go.
And then
It's all about you, babes.
And we got his box.
Yeah.
We went to his house and we saw him go and lock the front door. Yeah. So we went to the window where the living room was, held the bag up, and then somehow we got let in.
Yeah, I was
I
obviously
think
going to let you
didn't
in. I was just
No,
fuming.
was Ali there? Did she
No,
let us in?
she
eventually?
came back
No,
later
it
with
was
his
yeah,
food.
it was just me.
Because she came in with the McDonald's and was like, see, I can look after him. And it was like, okay. We're here.
Were they
Still-
like, oh, I will go
If it
for
hasn't
slices
become
of-
abundantly clear, I'm still not over this. Scum, the lot of you.
Are you saying
Because I
we need to
invited
get
you
you
round. I was
another
like, come
tech
round,
deck?
we'll all watch a rugby, we'll get some food.
And it was the worst rugby
And then it all just went for food
It was
before.
the best rugby
worst
game.
rugby game.
It was
Yeah.
Wales v
Yeah.
Scotland, and Scotland got stuffed.
Yeah, it was class. Great
And
game.
Gary was so pissed off. It's a Glenn devouring a custard
other
slice.
Other night. That was the house. The
What?
custard slice one was in his flat.
Yeah, that was
we
the
were
flat,
watching
yeah.
a Hearts game because there was nothing else on the TV.
Right.
Hearts were getting absolute fucking gubbed as per. And I was like, oh, this is fucking
Was it
shit.
actually? Oh.
This was fucking pish.
Because it was just me, you, and Glenn.
I don't think I was there.
No,
Were you
Sam
not?
wasn't there. I don't even
Oh.
think you were either, were you? I think it was just me, you, and Glenn.
Well, if Glenn was
Right.
here, they're joined at the hip, innit? Well, they
I
were
don't
back
remember
then.
you being there. Were
I
you
don't
there?
remember watching a Hearts game
No,
with you guys.
I think it was
But-
just us three. Because
but-
I remember, like, because we were both just in disarray about watching Glenn eat the custard
Well,
slice.
we had
no,
a
'cause
moment
it
like
was
that
like
as
we're
well in
watching
your
Yeah,
flat.
football.
oh no, it was me, you, and Glenn.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, with the
custard slice. Yeah.
Because
To be fair,
watching the football,
he used to eat custard
Yeah.
slices all the time.
Yeah, in
so
fairness,
it's
there's probably many
something
instances
we've
of
all.
the slice.
sitting watching the football, it was getting worse and worse.
Was
And I was
rugby.
getting really no, it was the Hearts game.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
getting
but we
really,
were talking.
really fucking group. We're talking about the custard slice thing. Sam.
Oh, well, we transitioned really fast
Yeah, we did
from.
because we ended after Josh got his
Keep
tech
up.
deck.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, mate.
It was getting progressively grumpier because the score was getting worse. And Glenn, I think Glenn was going to be like, "Oh, Gary, I thought your team was supposed to be good or something," but he went, "Oh, Gary," and I went. Like he was just custard, like and blown up all over his face. Like he literally had bits of like crust and crumb here, and custard was like up on his eyebrows.
Fuck off.
Anyway,
He'd literally.
the only way I
done
can
that.
describe it is if he, he's like all relaxed and he like tucks his little handkerchief in there, and then he opens up the box and he literally just goes.
You know, like the whole things where like someone has their birthday and someone pushes their head into a cake. It was everywhere. But I was just like, it was just turning around like, what the fuck does?
Every time you tell this story, I swear
gets
the custard
more
gets
vivid.
higher and higher up his face.
Like his hair.
First you're like, oh yeah, it was up on his lip and cheek, on his nose, on it, and now it's suddenly like, oh yeah, it's on the other side of his
Hey,
head.
we're gonna tell it in 10 years' time. He's gonna have opened the slice up and just stuck his head in. wait.
It was in
Glenn
the box.
was the custard slice.
Gary's gonna be like, oh, Glenn turned away, and there was custard in the back of his neck.
Slowly
wasn't
traveling
there.
down
It was
his
just
It was just the custard slice. Oh god. We've spoken about custard slices before, but they're basically just, 2 wafers with a whole load of
sandwich,
custard in the
innit?
middle.
Yeah.
And there's no graceful way of eating it.
No.
At all.
So
Not
I
particularly.
use a fork to eat mine.
I can't say
I
I
take
blame
the
you.
pastry off
Yeah.
the top, use the fork to eat the custard, then eat the pastry separate.
I wouldn't
Okay.
buy one because it's
There's
like
a
fucking
graceful way
risk.
of eating it, I guess.
It's a risk.
Yeah, because
They're fucking lush though.
But
They
it's
are
basically-
banging.
What's the risk?
Something where if you want to eat it easily, you eat it like a sandwich.
Up here.
It's scarred by
Down there.
Glenn.
But when you eat it like a
just don't know what it
sandwich,
It
custard
bursts
flies
up the
out
back,
the
like, yeah.
sides, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
They're nice though, but they are also 3 days worth of calories in one thing.
I like their big fuck off jammy Dodgers.
What?
They do
I don't
like
know.
big
Don't know what he's on
jammy
about.
Dodgers.
What the fuck are you on about?
Who do
You
it?
know what, Greg's?
You didn't get it
What the
from
fuck?
Greg's.
I thought it was a Greg's.
Why are we
'cause
talking
it's
about Greg's?
I
Well,
don't
just
even know.
'cause you were
I
like,
don't even know
oh.
what Greg's did a giant jammy Dodger. What the fuck?
No, they don't. They?
That's fucking copyright.
Mm,
It's like a big.
you're right.
That sounds boring. That sounds like one of the
Oh.
most boring things to get from Greg's ever.
Like, I get a slice of bread.
Can you?
Did you actually?
Oh, you used to be able to get the wee slices of bread, though.
You can't anymore. Bread.
No,
You're fucking lying.
no, genuinely, I'm not.
They used to do bread. They used to sell loaves of bread.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
before they got bought
But-
out,
But
wasn't
it used to
it?
be
Back
all,
when
like,
they were
cut up and
actually
sliced.
they
you
were
know,
a bakery
a better.
alone, like yeah,
Oh, do you remember how
Podcast taking
good
a turn,
Greg's used to be?
yeah.
Like Greg's used to be fucking awesome, and then
Greg's
you
is
know
still pretty
it's all right
I
now.
still like
Oh,
a Greg's.
mate,
But it
can't
used
lie,
to
I
be.
don't know.
Festive bakes.
Nah, minging. The
chicken bake.
dust on the top just was like
The
minging.
dust. What are you doing in Scotland? Like,
have
why
a-
is there dust on
Every
the
time
top?
Gary comes in, they try to take it out, drop her on the floor. And go, "Oh, sorry." The dust on
The
that.
festive,
They're like, oh, easy here, quick, bam, bam. There you go, mate. You like
It's
it?
going from last week. Let's gather some shit, maybe, I mean.
last year's.
Fucking, why you got dust on
The
it?
festive bake has like this crummy dust on the top.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
know
bit of
what you're talking about.
seasoning.
Oh,
I
no,
think
no,
is
sorry,
your
sorry.
wording,
You
like-
mistook. I wasn't agreeing with you. I was
said
just
yeah.
yeah, because I'm like, oh yeah, carry on.
Oh, okay.
What,
Yeah.
Fucking, that's an eye roll from hell.
mate? If you're telling me a story and you're like, oh, so I drove through this way and did this, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just like, oh yeah, I can hear you.
No one agrees with you. There's no dust on a
There
festive
is.
bake.
There
There's
is.
not.
There is.
There's
This
not.
seasoning.
But basically, you bite into it, and then it's just like when you bite into it, it's like the dust like just comes up the top of your
What's
mouth,
it like?
and it just ruins the experience.
Honestly, your
That's dramatic
festive
as
bake
fuck,
must be an
guys.
anomaly. Like
A sausage, bean, and cheese melt. Nothing better.
they're good.
I do.
They are
like
good.
it.
Chicken
They
bake
are
though.
good.
Chicken bake.
Chicken
all the
bake.
way. I get
But
what,
a
what's
warm
it,
chicken. Or when they go cold,
What's
they're a
your,
bit weird.
what's your
Fucking
default order when you go
Hot
to a
white
Greg's?
sauce out of a fucking.
Chicken bake and sausage, bean, and cheese melt.
Solid. I'm exactly the same. I get those.
So I will occasionally default to a corned beef.
yeah,
before-
you got to get them
Now
every
and
again.
again,
Yeah.
what?
You got to default
Corned
to a
beef
corned
bake.
beef.
I thought it was
You,
corned
you've
beef
said this
pasty.
before. You don't have,
Yeah,
you
they're
don't
all
have them in
baked, so-
Scotland, do you?
No.
What is it? Just like
That's
corned
weird.
beef?
Yeah.
What, like not anything else? Just a slab of corned beef.
Potatoes.
So
Corned
it's,
beef in a pasty, like.
yeah.
Oh, well, you just said corned beef. I'm just
They-
No, we're
saying.
talking
Corned
about
beef
Gary.
pasties.
Just like a slice of
Gary,
ham. Like,
they used to be like they're fucking good.
Dust,
that
corned
how you
beef.
eat it?
They're fucking good.
Well, that's how you'd eat a bake normally, but I'm assuming they give you enough corned beef.
What's
that you
your,
can
what's
do
your
that.
default?
Yeah.
What's the default
Kirsty,
order?
get
Order at
ready.
McDonald's.
No. Greg,
Sorry. It's,
why? Come here. He's shying away from his default order here. I want to know what
What
it
is it?
a ham and cheese toasty, sausage, bean, and cheese melt, a slice of the margarita pizza, and 2 triple chocolate.
You
donuts.
fat prick.
Fucking hell. That's big boy.
Is that why you're running 3 times a week? Just fucking work it off.
Nah, he's running 2 Gregs.
Yeah, because they're not hot. And you don't make them.
He's got to get there early. He's ordering whatever they got on the shelves. Like
Well, it's like you might.
Festive big
If I get there after 10:15, it's gone.
So like my old
Someone's
my
in
old
front of him in the
McDonald's
queue, he's like, "Oh, that's
actually,
mine, mate."
A Big Mac, 3 triple cheeseburger, double cheeseburgers, and 9 nuggets, and I put the nuggets in the double cheeseburger.
what? Say it again.
Word.
I had
3.
a
Again.
large Big Mac meal, 3 double cheeseburgers, 9 nuggets, and I put the nuggets in the burgers.
Since the triple cheeseburgers, you just get 2 triple cheeseburgers instead.
I'd try
No,
not
he
to.
loses out on bread there, mate.
I'd try not to eat McDonald's. Because I'm eating Greg's.
Look at you trying to take some sort of high horse approach, mate. I try not to eat McDonald's. No.
Do you want to not spit in my face?
Sam, what's your default Greg's order?
I don't know. So,
Do you like the
actually,
vegan
no,
sausage
I know.
rolls?
Yeah,
Or like
the
They're
vegan
good.
sausage
They're
rolls.
vegan sausage rolls.
I did
Really
So
nice.
they do vegan cheese bean
Yeah, I've heard
like
that.
sausage
Cheese and bean
fucking
melts,
good,
like.
So what's your default?
That one of
Well, one of each, is it?
Okay,
Nice.
did you have a default before you went
Why
vegetarian?
don't you just wink at him?
What was?
I'd basically get
Did you have a default?
It was back before, but I'd get a corned beef pasty. I think it was like 2 sausage rolls, and like
I want to try a corned beef.
They're banging.
No, they're lush. They're really good.
I think it was just that normally. Oh no, I'd always get the sandwiches. I'd get the char grilled chicken
Oval bite.
That's the one. And
Fucking
they
hell,
were
you've-
they were the boys.
You've been
I-
to Greg's.
I've
Know
done
your
some,
Greg.
I've done some damage in
I'd
Greg's.
get I'd get some crisps and the coffee, and I'd have like a full on meal with it. It was
It's really
nice.
close to work for me, so it's
Also,
like one of
but
the ones I go.
You
to.
saw
really
order
close to my house for me.
a macaroni
It's on my
pie.
doorstep.
It would have been, yeah, that
Oh,
would have
it's
been
dangerous,
mate,
but
mate, if I was still living where I was living
Yeah.
before, that would have been
Come back.
game over.
That was a staple, and then I've kind of veered away from
I
that.
said I used to order a macaroni pie.
Yeah, you said
I
want
to try one of them.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
they're
want to try.
fucking
It sounds
banging there.
bland as fuck.
No,
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds horribly bland.
because it's
like-
tasty cheese. Well, look, it's like macaroni and cheese. Like it's obviously
That's the way
very.
you said it. No, pal. It's tasty cheese.
Normal people order cheese and it's shit, and you're like, no, I want the
No, but that's the
tasty
thing.
cheese.
That's the thing. Like macaroni and cheese.
One
is like,
macaroni pie with tasty cheese, please.
oh, I need to pee.
Oh,
You were so confident as well. You literally pointed at me.
It's tasty cheese.
oh,
None of that
God.
boring cheese, mate. Tasty
Yeah, but like
cheese.
you're saying that, like that's obviously what's wrong with mac and cheese today is people are using wrong cheese.
I feel a lot of the time mac and cheese can be quite underwhelming in flavour.
I agree.
It's there,
That's
but
why
it's
I
not
put
like
onions in,
stand up.
mushrooms in, like
But it's not mac and cheese, is it?
Yeah.
yes,
I think you're taking us to another place.
What
That's
do
a
you mean?
fucking casserole.
good place.
Yeah, not necessarily saying.
I don't
Making-
think I've
making
ever
a pasta
actually had
bake, and he's
mac
like,
and
mac and
Oh,
cheese, bro.
macaroni and cheese, right? You make it just standard mac
Oh
and cheese.
God,
I've never made it. So.
Fry
I
some-
can't hack him talking about food.
Mate, he talks like he's a full-on chef.
Shit,
doesn't
he literally
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, look, hold on now, 15 minutes on the boil. Fucking add a sprinkle of cheese, boo boo boo," and literally you go through it like you're doing a fucking recipe. Like I
Is
can't
it a
hack
sprinkle
it.
of cheese, or is it a
sprinkle
dust
of-
of cheese?
Dust the tasty cheese.
It's a tasty cheese,
Honestly,
doesn't it?
we used to borderline fall out because you used to talk about stuff. You like someone talk about food, Gary be like, "Oh, slice tomato, 15mm thin, boom, 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 boom,"
You know what,
and then
though?
it goes. You just go through everything.
I used to
I'd
do
be
the
like,
Gordon
"Fuck
Ramsay as well,
me."
like all the chefs in the kitchen would be like, "Yeah, look at that. That's lovely. That is."
The best thing about it though is like when he was obviously chatting a lot of shit about cooking, yeah, and then during lockdown, him and Kirsty would bake, and then when he'd send me a picture of like, "Oh, this is mine and this is Kirsty's," and I was like, "Fucking hell, he can't cook for shit." All this shit, like shit talking.
That
and
was
then he-
Kirsty's that you saw the shit ones.
Sorry, Kirsty.
Mine's like literally like because I remember my mom was like, "Fucking hell, there was a difference between the quality of the bacon been going on here."
Yeah, your mum was being nice. She's
Yeah,
like,
your
yours
mum's
like
like,
shit.
"Oh, you,
no.
God,
My-
look,
my
you're
mum
such
would
a
not
big
do
cook.
that.
Yeah,
He's such a good cook, guy. Well done, big boy.
yeah. Who's my big boy?
My big chef. There you go.
Thanks, mum.
You definitely
Well, that's-
took the fact Gordon
that's-
Ramsay was Scottish and went, that's my personality trait.
What?
Cooking.
How?
He's a chef, so you're like, oh, I can
No,
cook as
he's
well.
not a chef. He swears on TV professionally.
Hold
Doesn't
on,
he?
go
He's not like the best cooker or anything like that, but like he's known for.
Michelin
not a chef.
star. Gordon Ramsay isn't a chef.
Well, he's a chef, but he's not like
He's not
you're
a
saying.
chef.
Like you're saying, I'm saying like I took his personality because he's a great chef, but
No,
like
'cause he's
that's
Scottish.
not why. That's not like.
You bet-
the
you-
thing-
You know
Yeah,
what?
but-
It's not
What
the
I've
reason-
realised is Scottish people hate anyone famous in Scotland. Any famous Scottish person, they fucking hate them.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I could do
I
that.
hate myself.
You're not famous, though.
One day,
I mean, you have, we do have fame, but not quite
small.
Gordon Ramsay fame.
my mum thinks I'm famous.
Your mum's,
Stupid.
fucking awesome.
Fuck, just turned on.
The
boiler.
boiler.
Oh, great.
Anyway, your
I
mum's
don't
fucking
hate
sick.
him, but I just think that people are like he's a well-renowned
Hold
chef.
on.
It's like
You literally, I went, oh, he's a fucking top class chef, and you went,
But
he's not a chef.
top-class chef. He's a good chef that is famous because he swears on
Wait,
TV.
you know he had all these Michelin stars before he did TV, right?
Yeah, that's kind of why you got famous.
Where are they now, Sam?
Still has them.
Yeah.
Went to his restaurant in Edinburgh. pretty.
Yeah, but he wasn't cooking. You know that, right?
Aye, but like if that's the level of his Michelin star restaurant,
He didn't turn up there for you, and you were like, "Fucking hell."
Gary's in house boys, like-
Gordon's dropped the bollock here, guys. He's fucking
I'd like to
shite.
see him.
He is the type of person. He's got a complaint. Get Gordon out.
Yeah, you can imagine the. You
He's
can
not
imagine
here.
the fucking.
Get him on the phone.
You can imagine the host going, Gordon isn't here, and you'd be like, I don't believe it.
I demand a refund.
Is the Edinburgh one a Michelin star restaurant?
No, I only opened it.
Oh,
like, not
well, there you go.
But like, I just don't.
You didn't go to a Michelin star restaurant.
Fair enough.
I can't believe you're basing Gordon's ability to cook on one of his restaurants and you having a bad
No,
meal.
I'm not. But like, he's obviously a good chef. But like, the level everyone holds him to is not because he's a good chef. It's because he swears on the TV.
Go on, no, it's because he's a
I don't
really
think they
fucking good
do.
chef.
Nah, it's.
Can we find out like how many restaurants Gordon Ramsay owns? And then like really get an idea of how Gary thought he was cooking in every one of them.
Like Heston Blumenthal does like fucking mental stuff with his food. Like,
Oh,
You know, that's an
fuck off.
experimental chef. at
exactly.
that point,
That's
isn't it?
fucking
Yeah,
like
but
pushing boundaries.
it's interesting
That's good.
stuff, right? But that doesn't mean like he's better than someone because he likes to like try these things out.
I think it does.
He does really
Innova-
weird
Innovation
shit.
is key.
He does weird stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna innovate,
Why?
mate. I'm gonna cook a plate of
Why?
shit.
No, not innovate.
I'll put a
that's
bit.
wild.
I'll
Innovate.
put a bit of salt on some shit. That's innovation,
No,
right?
I can't believe your level of addressing how good a chef is based on how innovative they are.
Yeah, but like reinvent.
No,
the
he's
wheel.
not. He's
You
not
don't
done
need to
anything
reinvent
stupid.
the
He's
wheel
not.
if
He's
it
a
works
shit
fine.
chef.
Right. Well, if that's it, like fucking, I can make pasta, so I must be a good chef because I'm not doing anything different, innit?
No, you can cook. You're not a good chef.
Thank you.
He's using tasty cheese, like.
Is it labeled as tasty
Hold on.
cheese?
That makes me
Hold on.
Michelin star.
The cameras won't change because I'm looking this up. I'm gonna find out how many restaurants he has.
Who cares?
Gary turns up and asks if Gordon's there before he goes in and orders. Like,
Tell me when he's here.
I'll come back.
He has 58.
He works in every one of them.
Quality,
Works
not
in
quantity.
Every single one of them.
It's quality,
Yes.
not quantity.
Turns up every night. to
Aye, but
every
bear
one
in
of them.
mind, probably a lot of them are like the Hell's Kitchen winners and that sort of stuff, or the Kitchen
So-
Nightmare ones that he's bought over and stuff. So
This says no. This says the answer is 58 total by 26 different names, with 15 of those being in North America. And then it says Ramsay currently has 7 Michelin stars, but at one point in his career was awarded 16 in total.
Terrible chef,
he's
though, guys.
dropped off.
Terrible chef.
His signature restaurant,
He needs to start
the
using
one in
tasty
London,
cheese.
has 3
Is that
Michelin
the
stars.
Fat duck.
No, it's called Restaurant Gordon Ramsay,
The fat duck.
That's innovation.
and it has 3
You
Michelin
and your
stars.
fucking innovation, like.
No, I just think like if you
Check
I
how many
think-
Michelin stars
I think
Heston
it's the same
Blumenthal
with
has.
anything, like, hey, like
Heston
how good can you
Blumer.
be if you just
I don't
do
even
the
know
same
who
as
that
everyone
is.
else?
It is Heston.
Is that
isn't
not
it?
fair?
Heston
I don't
Blumenthal.
I can see
Is
the
that
cogs
it?
Yeah,
turning.
Blumenthal.
Like,
Yeah, because I'm
Mish.
trying to understand you, and I don't.
So
because I don't believe
I'm
you.
like,
Hold on,
I'm like,
hold on.
is he making
let's
any
have
sense?
let's have a little
No.
let's have a little thing.
Look at this and this.
So we'll have a little Heston Blumenthal, which I didn't know was a real name until just now.
We've not seen him before. He
Never.
does do crazy shit with food.
So
He did a program.
Michelin,
that was
hold on.
amazing.
It was a good
Michelin
program.
stars. We're gonna go around. Does he have more or less than Gordon Ramsay?
Probably less.
Oh, I'm saying less.
He's
Less.
I'm saying
Less.
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 But Gordon Ramsay's played the game of probability, isn't he? He's got 56 restaurants.
one of them's about to get it.
Fuck it. If that's the case, McDonald's are fucking all right.
How
You
many
know.
restaurants is him Heston Blumenthal?
Bless them tall.
Monopoly.
Honestly, the like experiments he does with food, like he makes some anomalies.
Some monopolies. Yeah. That TV program he did with the guests, the celebrities,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
did like a theme one.
Have you seen the new program on Netflix called Is It Cake?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
Have you not? Oh mate, it's fucking
love
glorious.
it.
They literally they have a
Is
so
I'm
they
not
have
spoiling that.
The fat. So by the way, the fat
Is it
duck
his, is it?
is Heston's, not Gordon.
Heston.
It's Heston. I was gonna say Blumenthal, but you said that was Gordon's restaurant,
It's two in
but
the
you
same
were wrong.
ring. Was it?
Because you.
Gary's there, like I love that one. It's like
Yeah,
it's
he was
gorgeous.
like,
I'm
oh,
not.
mate, I went, oh, the London restaurant that Gordon
just-
has 3 Michelin stars.
But
And he's like,
there's a-
oh, well, the Fat Duck. It's not his restaurant.
What's the fat duck?
It's Heston Blumenthal's
when he said
restaurant.
The fat duck, I thought it was that
he
place
actually
we went.
mixed up the guy he really likes, his restaurant. He didn't even know who he ran it.
classic Gary.
He thought Gordon Ramsay ran it, who he is.
The Is It Cake program, right? Highly recommend. They have like a
Is it though?
what?
Don't
Well,
spoil it for him.
that's the point.
Don't spoil it.
So they have like 10 contestants who who are like Heston Blumen. Is it Blumenthal?
Blumenthal.
It's Blumen. It's blue menthol.
Does that answer?
No.
Blue
Anyway.
menthol.
Blumenthal, yeah.
That's
So all
how
Blumenthal.
it's spelled. Blue menthol.
So they're all experimental chefs who make basically cakes.
But
In
I thought the question is it cake? So
yeah, hold
you've
on.
just
Let me
Wait, spoiler, Josh.
let me fucking get it.
mate.
Yeah. What's the point?
So they make things look like cake. So then what they'll do is they will have a group of
make cake
people
look like
look
things.
at a cake from a distance, and they'll put a real item next to the cake item.
They don't
And
make
from
things
a-
look like cake. They make cake look like things.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
Because I was going to say that
Sorry,
you've
my
answered the question.
My bad.
He turned the shoe into a cake.
My bad.
Can you, Dale, can
Made
you
a shoe that looks like a gay. Oh, you go
Dale,
with this.
look at this cake. Is this cake?
So
cake.
they put like they'll put like a shoe. They'll put like a shoe next to a cake shoe, and you have to decide which one is the real shoe. And then they'll go
Is that
over.
not really obvious?
No, you think that right?
we'll watch it later.
They've made an entire program about it, so that should tell you how obvious. And they get it wrong, fucking all the time. They're like, "That's the cake."
Well, he's 50.
And they
I
tried
feel
to,
like that's just spoiled it.
and they tried to cut into it, and it's the actual shoe. Like,
Someone put a knife through a shoe.
literally, that's it.
That guy behind the camera like, don't cut my shoe.
Honestly, if I was
your
on
shoes
that
on today's episode.
and I got the wrong one and it was an actual shoe, I'd be like, I'm not giving up.
It's cake. It's cake, I promise.
If I cut hard enough, it'll turn into cake.
Yeah, I would recommend it anyway. It's a great little show.
Well, after we finish this, we'll put like some of the clips on or something.
There's a great episode where they make a cake to look like a small child. And then they put a small child next
Cut
to
into
it.
a small
And
child.
they're like, guess which one it is. They're like, oh, I can't get this wrong.
They get it wrong and he just stabs straight through the middle. Does this look like a cake?
It's the cake meant to scream.
Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, God.
Oh, fucking
I
hell.
played no part in this.
We've taken a turn. TV's gotten bad then, if that's TV. Like,
No, because people love it. Like, it was the shit on TikTok and whatnot where, like,
Yeah.
people are just making cakes that look like things and everyone's watching it. And they're just putting a knife through something that's like, oh, look at this thing. This is clearly a shoe. Whoa, it's cake.
So there's
I'm
a
actually
Japanese, there's an old Japanese, I say old, probably like 10 years, game show thing, which was really, like a clip of it was popular, where they were in a room and it was like, something in this room is chocolate, but you have to find what it is.
Oh, that's
And it's like, it could be,
what, like the fire exit or something?
Yeah, it could
yeah.
be shit like
Literally
that.
could be.
It's like the door handles
yeah,
and stuff.
that's exactly it. And one of the guys goes up to the door handle and bites on
Yeah.
it, and it like breaks off, and he's like, oh.
He's just like going up to his microphone. It's not chocolate. Oh.
Oh, mate, that could be a thumbnail right there.
Yeah.
There was hair on this before we started.
It's
He's
now
really like-
inside you. I think that was the mic Rob was using. So you might have just had some of his bum it.
I definitely think that everything inside Rob's room has been in his ass at one point.
Everything.
What? He's like every new item. He's like,
I am certain. Like,
now you're christened. There you
It's
go.
how he marks his territory.
he's worried about people using it, so he's like, wait, no one's going to use it now.
You
you
go into use
Josh,
from your room like,
did you go to his wedding?
Yeah.
When they went, you are now husband and wife. Did he go, Kate?
The white dress did not last.
No, but I did put on Donald Where's Your Trousers as a song.
Did you actually?
Trousers, sorry.
Bruisers.
If you haven't heard that, go and watch it go and listen to it on
Is
Spotify.
it actually good?
Let the wind blow high.
The Wimbolo. It's an actual banger.
Is it good? Yeah.
It's
Donald, where's your
Is it as good as that other song that Gary really likes?
I don't
What's
know
that one called by that one guy?
He is belt done.
Yeah.
Jerry Cinnamon.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
love
the
him.
one.
Oh, I thought you were thinking.
Josh singing for
Not 500 miles
Can you
now.
roast your tatties?
Oh no, I was thinking of the belt
Rusty
one.
Toasty.
Nice and warm.
Do you remember when Gary used to stream? That was one of his like.
Yeah. I
what's
remember when
called?
Gary used to stream.
His tatty song.
I remember
You
when
were,
Gary played
like,
games with us.
passionate about getting me to do it.
I was.
It was on. It was going for a lot of time.
Yeah.
He did really well as well.
I know.
Really well.
Partner did like the quickest time in SI history.
Apart from
I
the
wouldn't-
established YouTubers, like.
Yeah.
What?
Apart from like the established YouTubers, you were probably like the quickest.
Oh, no, he wasn't even probably. He absolutely was the quickest. 100%. And then he just thought, fuck
Even
this.
though you fucked your first fucking write up for partner, like.
What do you write?
Please.
Wait, so when you got this thing from Twitch going, hey, you could be a partner, fill out this application, instead of like with a big box where you can write all sorts of different stuff that you do for your community, you just went, please.
Well, someone said you're not going to get it the first
No,
time.
Kaif told him, doesn't matter what you write the first time, it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
And then he took that very literally and literally just wrote, please. And then fucking submitted it.
He said like you've gotten to this point really quickly. They're not gonna give it to you. I went, okay, please. And I didn't get it.
It's like you saw it as a challenge. You're like, oh, he said I'm not going to get it, so fuck it. Wait, that's
So
as
it's
quick as
like,
possible.
please.
And then this, what about the second time? Because this one is better.
2 A4 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went big. He went big, like.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who
I
read
got
that must
proofread.
have gone, huh, these are very different people.
I got proofread by one of my pals.
Huh?
Who like teaches English.
And
In Scotland.
and they rewrote the whole
To
thing.
give you a
Yeah,
grade.
actually.
They were like, have you heard of commas? And I was like, what? Full
It
stop.
was all just one big fucking paragraph, like.
Reading
no
it out
spaces
without
either.
any pauses, like.
He's like, there's like a space bar. I was like, mine just broke him. He was deciphering it. Yeah, I gave him the cipher to go with the essay, and he's like, "Well, fuck, that's what he's trying to say."
Yeah.
And then that one went through literally like immediately.
Really?
Yeah,
You waited ages for a response from the first one. didn't
Yeah,
you?
and then the first one was like, "Submit, you're through," and I was like, "Oh,
Oh, fucking slamming. There you go.
I really want to stream again because the games I liked playing streaming were like
Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon, XCOM, and stuff."
There was something I thought you'd be interested in is the Warhammer 40k XCOM style thing.
A lot of people
Was there?
looking forward to that.
Well, there's also
Oh, didn't that come out?
Marvel,
No,
it's out.
Marvel
It's out
Midnight
Tuesday.
Sun
Midnight
on
Sun.
Tuesday.
Oh, is it really?
Is that on Tuesday?
Is on Tuesday.
No, I
It's
think you're
Marvel
thinking of
Midnight
Dark
Sun.
Side.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I don't
thinking
know
of
what
Dark
that
Side.
is.
Is
Yeah,
that
no,
not the
the-
same thing?
XCOM is
It's
the one where you have
Marvel-
your party,
it's
and then when they
Marvel
die, they
versus
die for
XCOM.
good.
Yeah, what's Dark Tide?
Dark Tide's more like Vermintide.
Yeah,
Left-
that's
Left
what
Like
Right.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you fancy that type of game?
No.
Fair enough. It's like a good shooter and stuff.
It's Left 4 Dead.
Tuesday.
You like shooters?
Playing on Tuesday.
Gonna play on Tuesday.
Gary streaming.
What? Suppose I could.
That was easy.
Well, there we go. Gary's return.
I'm not gonna do it.
Before this podcast's
I
out.
was going to say before the podcast releases. So.
Nah.
By the time this podcast's out, Gary will have
I
already
just-
streamed.
Oh, no, because WoW launches on Monday, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be
Are
playing.
you all playing?
I'm off on Tuesday. I'm gonna play WoW all through the day. So Dark Tide.
Are you all playing WoW launch then?
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to play.
I'm now
Fair
going
enough.
to
I'm just not
because
feeling it.
they accepted me to that
I'm
sub
maybe
thing
going to play it.
where they're like,
You definitely
fucking
playing
2
it.
subscribers.
Do you want to play
For
retail? I said, no, not interested. Like,
Money's come up. So I'm like, yeah.
2 hours later, he's like, oh, actually, a lot of the boys are interested in WoW, so I'll play. And then a month later, he's like, oh, I'm not going to play retail. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. I was talking.
And
I was
like,
talking
"God,"
yesterday,
now
and I
you're
was
telling
like,
me-
it's literally because they're like, yeah, you've been accepted to this program. You could make some money. I'm like, all right, then.
It's about playing with your pals.
I play with my pals anyway.
Yeah.
Apart from you.
Do
'cause
you think
don't
there's
play
going to be a
with
queue?
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, I'm making a character on a different server.
Yeah, most
I
people.
can't
like,
be fucked that.
I do
I'd consider if it wasn't a queue with
Yeah.
like work and whatnot, but like
Yeah.
Dark Tide Tuesday evening, though.
I'm playing WoW now.
Okay.
I'm joking.
I'll play
Dark
on
Tide.
both. I think you can play on your own.
I'll
can.
play Dark Tide.
Oh, well, you actually can't. Because if you go into it on your own, just random people will join you.
Oh, it's okay. I'll not talk to them. No one else will play with me, so. He's fucking play
I
WoW
mean,
now,
I said
isn't he?
yeah, but...
Well, boy, well, boy.
Anyway.
But I agree with you. I've been really like it really properly hit hard like doing that online podcast and Kai was like I haven't spoken to you in a year and I was like that can't be true but also that fucking hurts. I'm like
I mean...
I genuinely was like oh you fucking like we played
when we did VR Among Us,
VR Among Us,
I was fucking sick, wasn't it?
That is
It was
so
really
much
nice,
hashtag
like
Glenn
seeing
did
everyone.
nothing wrong.
Thanks, guys.
Nah.
That's one of my favorite sessions ever.
You told me about it today.
It was so...
Glenn did nothing wrong.
You told
Well,
me.
he
what
made a
happened,
video
It's
and
cool.
everything on
Oh, is
it.
there a video? Is there?
Yeah, he's made a video. Kaif's made one. And stuff
Has it
as well.
been posted, Glenn's one? Oh, has
Posted
he?
it yesterday, I
Oh,
think.
I haven't
Glenn
looked.
did nothing wrong.
but- Yeah, he told me exactly what he did today.
Oh, he was total.
Oh, yeah.
No, he wasn't.
But
It was.
I don't blame
No,
him.
it's fun.
Hashtag content.
Mate,
He played it
hold on.
so much better than anyone could have anticipated.
If it didn't last as long as it did, because the round went from normally lasting like 5 or 10 minutes to 25 to 30 minutes.
Bear in mind, we're speaking about something that no one knows anything about. So.
That's okay.
I mean, it might. Oh,
Get
Yeah,
informed.
So the podcast about right.
Yeah, fuck the viewers. Just get informed, guys. We're going to talk about something. You just got to get up to speed. All right?
I'll cut this
Sorry.
bit out. But I was fucked. It was long as shit. It went on for like 25 to 30 minutes, and it was boring as shit.
The
watching
idea of the game is to just
Nah.
be like.
I know what you're saying, right? And you're absolutely right in the sense that like
gotta be
complete
bad.
complete deception, all this, it's all the right thing. But he was deceptive outside of the game, not inside the game, which is why we're struggling with the concept of it. So
But we were in the game.
No, see what you mean? You're
He
not.
won.
You're
but
just saying,
it's
like, the
just,
thing is, he broke the fourth wall. But
Exactly.
No one
So he
said,
cheated.
Tell me the rules.
Everyone knows.
Nah,
like,
you say this all the time.
it's
Show me the
like an
rules.
unwritten rule. It's like an unwritten rule.
Oh, here we go.
So,
you're just being
it's
controversial
like
for the
playing
sake
a
of being
board game.
controversial.
No, I just think
it's
that,
like playing a board
we're
game.
playing
Everybody's
a game
playing
where
for
you're
fun, and then Glenn goes out of that to go to win.
But you're playing.
Whereas everybody
a
else
game
is
that's
trying to
all
play
about,
and have fun with their friends.
Like, I don't know how to say this in like a nice way, but
to deceive your mates.
yeah, be a dick. Like you,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, but all within the confines of the game, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah,
that's the whole
but the
premise. Whereas
confound-
Glenn went outside of the
But the
confines.
confounds of the game is, I need you to feel that I am good and you can trust me.
Yeah,
Like using my mouth, my words, in,
absolutely.
no holds barred.
But it's
No,
but,
it's not.
But then Glenn goes, guys, I've basically disconnected, so it can't. So everyone's like, right, it can't be Glenn because we trust Glenn
Yeah.
that Glenn's not going to lie about saying that he can't play the game, right? That would
But a
be
traitor
A
A
ridiculous.
bad guy would.
Oh
But
no.
this is what I mean. That's where the line was crossed.
I didn't
right?
Role playing a bad guy, wasn't he?
No, but
I
bad
didn't-
guys.
I didn't kill this man.
No.
Like,
But that's
you know-
very different because you're
Right,
still
so
playing the
he was
game.
giving
Saying
himself
you
an
cannot
alibi.
play the
in a
game.
police interview.
No.
it'd
Saying
be
you
like,
can't
What
play.
you're saying?
I didn't kill him. It's like that's against the
What you're
rules.
saying, right, is that in a game of poker, you lie and deceive about your hands. So what you're saying is by doing so.
I've not got any hands. What the fuck?
So what you're saying is
You lie and deceive. You got fake hands on the table. Like,
what you're saying.
one of them
It's
falls off. Liar.
You know,
I'm all in pushes with foot.
you lie and bluff about the cards you got, right? So what you're saying is oh well, you're completely allowed to take it to the next level
Look,
and
Bill.
have cards in your pockets to use, like because that you're still
Yeah.
lying and deceiving to your friends to get to.
Well, no, but he didn't
Lando
he
Calrissian
didn't bring
did
anything
in
extra into
Han
it.
Solo.
Well, he
we
did.
absolutely did. He
did.
literally said, "Guys, I can't
the
play.
game
It's
'cause
broken.
It's not
That's,
working.
Yeah.
That is 100%
But that would-
bringing
that's a
something
bluff.
extra into it. No,
Yeah.
It's not a bluff.
He
Nah.
just bluffed.
You can't say you lied outside of the game.
The
The
problem
title
is-
is Among Us VR. VR is canon in the game.
The problem is that the rest
They're
of
all
you
fucking idiots,
just are annoyed because you're like, we actually just got outsmarted by
It's not.
Glenn.
It's not that.
Glenn fucked you over.
Yeah,
mate.
It's
Glenn-
not.
Glenn-
It's not at all
Glenn
that.
big
It's-
brain juice and you
No.
can't hack it.
So Gary,
Which
Gary,
I
I
understand.
know.
Gary.
I've been
Do you wanna
big
know why
brained
you're
by
wrong?
Glenn many a
do you want
time.
to know why you're wrong? Because I was already dead before he did this. So
No,
I didn't.
I wouldn't listen to your opinion. Glenn's
I didn't
smarter than
get deceived either way during
I
that.
missed that. What did he say?
you. I said I wouldn't listen to your opinion. Glenn's smarter than you. I only listen to Glenn.
Like if I get outsmarted, I also feel inferior.
But it's not.
as
It's
well.
not an
I
outsmart.
don't though. When it comes to games like that, I'm like
You
fucking
obviously
hell.
did.
If you,
Listen,
if
Like you
No,
were
it's-
like, Glenn,
it's-
that's not right. You can't do that. But all I heard was, I'm inferior. Glenn's
No, no.
smarter than me.
I'm hearing the same. Look, I'm sorry you feel like Glenn wronged you.
That's fair enough. Like I'm
Josh-
not going to argue the case. Like I don't care.
Look at me. I'm sorry you feel that.
Don't
way.
squeeze that fucking hand like you did
Oh, yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Fuck me.
we know with
sorry
you,
for
Gary, that
That's fair enough.
you
Like I said, I
you
don't-
will
I
argue
don't
to
care,
death
like-
even when you're wrong.
I wanted to carry on playing. I enjoyed it.
Same.
I did too.
I genuinely really
I
enjoyed
wanted
it.
to start playing.
Yeah. Although
But-
it's probably
what-
good you didn't because it only lasted an hour and a half. So
It was still a good hour and a half.
you
All right, we
spent
do it
you
again
spent
soon, though.
longer troubleshooting
Well,
than you did actually
I sent
playing
him
it.
a couple.
I spent literally like
Dungeon
7
crawler,
hours that day.
co-op-y.
Wild.
good.
7
And
hours
Pavlov as well.
trying to fix that.
One
headset.
of the games
I thought you
I
was being
played,
stupid as well.
which was a dungeon crawl,
Yeah, I
it was
thought
cool
so
as
too.
fuck. I was like, we should all play this,
Yeah.
and then we never did.
I might just buy one, you know.
I wouldn't blame you.
Do it.
Because there's so much VR stuff. I
now
wanna
that now that I've got the setup I've got, I can definitely play more VR stuff. Like before, I was so limited to my movements and stuff. Whereas
Yeah.
now I've got quite a bit
Because
of
of my
freedom.
bunk
like.
bed, I had a big problem with my mum and dad's. Whereas now I have a zone.
Yeah, I actually have a playable zone. Like I actually
Yeah.
outlined the drawing, and I'm like, ooh.
I did the drawing. It was like you have an acceptable zone. I was like, oh, you fucker.
Yeah, but before I'd draw the zone, and it would be like, stop, go
I
away.
was gonna.
At my mum and dad's, I drew the
Yeah.
zone. It was like that's not acceptable. So I was like, right, fine, I'll draw it under the bed, I can't go in there because I'll fucking bonk my head, but I've got a zone and I can't use it. Whereas now it's like, fucking, you go, Gary.
So, you know that video that Kirsty took of you?
Yeah.
Can I have that and put this into the podcast?
I mean, she's her own person. I can't forbid her from doing it.
Yeah, but could you get
I'll
the
get
video
it.
off of her?
I'll get it. I'll get it.
And so we can put this into the podcast,
Gary,
so we can
please.
have, because there's a video of when we
Fucking
played VR
embarrassing.
Among Us,
She-
and Gary's
she
there
broke all
with
forms
the
of
with the
trust.
with the headset on, with his hand there, sat there in the middle of his room, going, way, completely
I was
oblivious.
pointing,
And
talking to people.
Gary's partner, Kirsty, videoed him
Kirsty.
doing it, and it's fucking good.
She'll
She'll send you the wrong one now from when he was watching VR porn. He's gonna be like,
with the controller in my hand.
Gary,
as well,
what are
like-
you doing? no.
I'm having a shower in VR. Getting clean.
I'm cooking this salt everywhere.
I'm going skiing, Kirsty. I'm going skiing.
I'm eating the cheese.
Tasty cheese.
No, not in VR. It's too expensive. Can't afford it.
I'm grating the cheese.
Like, I'm playing a skiing game tonight, Kirsty.
I'm trying to message Kirsty and I'm like catching bits and I'm like,
Oh, I forgot you had her number because what was it you sent in that Bible to get me to play?
yeah.
Do you still have that? You must
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, I've probably got
Do you
it.
want to give a quick explanation of what this is before?
Right,
Josh?
so-
I'll do it because
Okay,
I
I'll
got
do
it right
it.
here,
Okay,
right?
cool.
So I really wanted Gary to play.
Saturday morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I can't remember.
It was the baking stuff.
I can't remember why or where or what,
we-
but
during
I
lockdown,
basically
we baked on
messaged
this,
Gary and I messaged Kirsty to try and get Kirsty. Now, bear in mind, Kirsty is not the type of person to be like Gary, you absolutely fucking cannot play. But Gary is very much like, oh no, I've said I'm doing this, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's because I'm respective of
Exactly,
her.
and I completely,
Very
I'm
considerate.
That's nice.
completely okay with that, right?
Yeah.
But this is what I messaged her. Kirsty, I write to you, a man on the edge of insanity. A long week has come upon me, and a Saturday morning hoot with Dale and Gary are my only hopes. Young G has told me his plans with his beloved. And thus, I write to you with a request of an extension of time until 11 a.m. Feel free to tell me to fucketh off. XOXO, Gossip Girl. And she replied, I don't know about beloved, but yeah, sure. And I literally replied, thanks, Kirsty. And she went, no worries. And that was
What
the
did
end.
she say to you?
She went, can you not just ask me if you want to play games?
I bet he was in trouble as
but
well.
you didn't speak to me.
No, I knew. Because I knew if I'd asked you, you would have said, no, I'm busy. Because I'd asked him before.
You
So
have
I
to go
thought,
around Gary.
I've got to
yeah,
go
we
round
want
Gary to guilt Gary into it. And it worked. It worked like a fucking charm.
And then a couple of weeks later, Josh was like, do it for me.
Yeah.
Why is goblin mode come in?
Josh
Carry
was like,
on.
do it for me.
Yeah.
So I did it for Josh,
Yeah.
like type something up. And then it turns out it was one of the worst days Ali was ever
Oh,
having.
so good.
And I made her angrier.
Yeah.
What was her reaction?
Well, her response was, Josh can do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't give a shit. And I went,
That's fucking class.
It was good.
That's so
and I was like,
fucking
I'm
good, lad.
so sorry. Like,
Because
like,
then he messaged me and he's like, Josh, I think I fucked up. And I was like, I was literally like, you think? No, you think?
my message to you was abort.
And literally Ali was just like, so now you got your friends messaging as well, let's see. I was like,
And I
please no.
And I was like, I've been set up. So he's gone around me to get me to play. Like he's not asked me at all. And then he's used me to play on the reverse. And I have been the fall guy both times, basically. I'm not a controversial confrontational
You are a
person.
controversial
Well,
person.
I didn't know that this was happening.
no, of course. And
Like
I'm not saying you did.
I'd said, oh
So
yeah,
he
do
was
it,
doing
Gary.
that nice thing
Yeah.
of, oh, I'm going to message her without him knowing, like you've done to
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. And then
he
I'd
told me
said,
to. He was
I'd
like,
said,
message Ali.
I'd said, Gary, do it, right? Do it. But then I hadn't.
It'll work.
But then, right, I got home. I was like, yeah, everything okay? And she was like, fucking no, I'm not. And I was like, oh fuck, like what? What's happened, like type of thing? And then we got into a conversation. We had a deep conversation. I realized there was stuff going on.
And then
Right?
this text
But at that point, Gary had already got involved. and, you know, blown the situation wide open. Because then she was like, oh, now I feel fucking guilty because I can't say fucking yes. I can't say fucking no. And I was just there like, oh, I want to die. I want to die. It was not worth it.
Josh said, go get me that thing from over there. But he didn't realise there was a minefield.
There's a bomb right underneath it.
So I started walking.
It was booby trapped.
And then realised I'm in a minefield.
You picked up the bottle near the click and went, oh.
I was sent into a minefield unintentionally.
Yeah.
There was all good intentions around.
Both parties were doing the right thing, but we didn't realise that it was not the right thing.
I know you were obviously like mid, like, you know, the argument or whatever at this point, but did you at any point think, fuck, I should text Gary quick? Like,
No.
you know?
No.
I didn't hear anything until we played games 3 days later, and I went,
That's 3 days.
Yeah.
Really? You didn't go, sorry, mate. Good message.
I basically spent, like, because I spoke to Kirsty about it and everything, I was like, 4 days, I was like, I've done something bad. Like, I don't know what I've done, but I've done something bad. I don't know how this message was taken. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Kirsty read the message and was like, nothing you said's bad. Like she was trying to calm me down because I'm like, I have pissed someone off so bad. Like, Josh isn't talking to me anymore because I sent messages to Josh like, is everything okay?
I just went off radar because I had to sort some stuff out.
So I'm in my head and I'm like, I've single-handedly ruined Josh's relationship. And I was like, Kirsty, you need to tell me I've not ruined a relationship. And she was like, you haven't. And I was like, I have. I'm sorry, Josh. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I've done something really bad. No response.
No response.
Yeah,
I
I was
was
left
off.
to the wolves. I was still in that minefield 4 days later.
It's like, Josh is like, oh, I swear I forgot something. What is it? I don't know. Gary's
something
like,
really- There's something really important I need to do. Like, Josh,
one foot is on a mine. He's like, I can't move, please.
get out.
Oh, fuck.
Christ.
Good times, man. Good times.
Fucking good. Fair play.
Yeah, a good story.
Yeah, it is a good story.
It is a good story.
Didn't Kirsty say something like, what the fuck's Gossip Girl or something?
Yeah, she's never seen Gossip.
Absolutely wild. I'm trying
She's
to
like,
see
I'm
if-
assuming Josh has referenced the program, but I've never seen the
I
program.
haven't had a reply yet. Also, Wales are winning. Let's go.
Are they actually? Yeah.
Yeah, smashing them.
I
27
don't think
points.
that would happen.
Not seeing.
But like to go all
I'm just to kind of. I'm gonna keep all of this in. So if you want to know
Punch
the
the
whole
Tavern.
Glenn thing, Glenn cheated at a game. That was it. Just quickly, and then I'm just gonna.
That's what we. That's the lead in for
I'll
what we
do it for
discussed.
you.
I'm just
Glenn
gonna
did nothing
cut.
wrong.
I'm gonna cut.
It's mad. Glenn deceived in a deception game.
yeah.
So-
Glenn big brained.
Hold on,
Everyone
hold on.
else
What
salty.
we'll do is we'll quickly go around and give our take of it, and I'll cut this bit out. I'll put this bit just before we have that discussion, and I'll be too long, just so people are
Come on
quickly
in.
clued up.
Dale goes first.
Go
Oh,
on,
I
Dale.
wasn't involved and I haven't watched it, so I genuinely can't
Oh.
actually give.
Oh, nice.
I'm with Gary.
Sam
Go on,
goes
Josh.
first then.
Glenn was big brain.
All right. Oh, that was your take. Okay, my take on it was that Glenn, in a deception game, lied
Deceived.
that his. wait. It doesn't. No, it doesn't sound good when I'm saying it like this, but I'm still going to give it. Glenn, in a deception game, lied for the entire game, saying that his computer was broken, and that everyone then believed him and basically disregarded him from the
It was meant to be
game.
quick.
Yeah, 3
Only
words or
for
something. What the fuck?
only for him at the end to be like, oh no, I was there all along. JK's.
Go on, Gary.
You go.
No, it's your.
No.
Mate, we're going this way.
Yeah, it's fine. You go first.
No, I'm the host. Come on.
Okay. Glenn did nothing wrong. Glenn played the game well, and unfortunately, people can't hack it.
Okay, so my one is Glenn went outside of the game to win,
Yep.
which undermines everybody playing the game for the rules of the game.
Yep.
No one said you couldn't.
You've
win
already
by
had
any
your
means.
turn.
You're right.
I feel like yours opens such a big door. Like I'm gonna go around, literally physically take out the internet to everyone's Among Us game and then win via everyone DC and be like, I'm
Do
the
you want to
best.
know what that's like?
I've done
And
that.
you're like,
do you want to know what
that?
that? No. Do you want to know what that's like? That's like when we were playing Traitors of Sin and I was streaming it, and I failed to do something in the game, failed to kill somebody as a bad guy, and I ran into Glenn's room and all death-fought him, and I won.
Was Glenn
Because-
still killing people in game?
No, Glenn was innocent, but they all
this
knew
game?
that.
Yeah.
So
He was still killing people.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
still
yeah.
killing
So
people.
you just didn't catch him killing people?
No. So
What kind of angle is that?
just
no.
so
Listen.
just to hold on. We're going back to my thing quick.
Yeah, sorry.
Because
We even found someone in the main hall. And Glenn was like, well, I can't move, so it can't be me.
Perfect alibi.
with my example,
Exactly. Like,
fucking
fuck off.
smart.
He was still killing people. You guys didn't see him killing people. He fucking
hold on, we
smoked
need to
you
go back
guys.
to my example. This is similar. So I was a bad guy. I was going to lose because they caught me, and I went and alt F4'd Glenn. He couldn't vote, and because he couldn't vote, I ended up winning. Is
But
that
you could
justifiable?
vote for Glenn.
No. Is that justifiable?
I think that's different.
Right.
You
Glenn
don't think
was
that's
still
different?
playing the game.
Why is that different?
So
We were
I was playing the game.
The four of us
He was still
and
playing
Deb
it.
I was
were
playing the
league, right? The other team loses a member,
Hmm.
one man down, we win. Do you not count that as a win?
I have no idea why that's anywhere near the same thing.
completely-
But why is
'Cause
Sam?
it- 'cause
Sam
it's
has
an
taken the ability for someone to play the game away, right?
Yeah.
Glenn was still playing the game. You just fell
No, he
for this
wasn't.
trap of he was killing people.
He killed one person.
You just went above.
No.
and
So he
Therefore
killed
still
one
played.
person, and then after that, kept saying that he couldn't play the game.
You went.
He said that he was still
he-
doing
I
things.
thought he killed
He
more,
killed
didn't
one
he?
person.
Oh,
and-
right, my bad.
He
you
killed
and-
Simon.
In your sense and in Glenn's sense, you went above the Call of Duty and did anything to win. No
So
one
you're
fought.
saying me alt F4 and Glenn
won.
out of the game?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's
No,
fine. It's
you won.
funny.
I think it's
Oh,
funny
thanks,
as
mate.
fuck
See?
as well.
See, that just like
You had the
that
ability
makes me
to do
feel
it.
fine because now I just think you're a fucking idiot, so I don't really care what you say.
I am.
I felt terrible about it when I did it.
Glenn was class.
I was
We've-
gutted that I won.
I've been an idiot since we met.
Yeah, but now at least I can completely disregard your opinions because they're trash.
I'm
so.
just glad, like,
Well, it's not a matter of opinion.
To be
it's
fair,
factual
we
that
already
Glenn
know
won and
Gary's
you lost.
opinions are garbage
fine.
anyway.
No
because
one's disagreeing with
of
that.
his opinions
Glenn
on
won.
films and TV.
100%.
yeah, he did.
Just how he went about it was wrong. So that's the main
For
point.
a traitor, which he was. But Glenn's not a traitor in real life.
So
Or is he?
Gary, for a traitor in the game, yeah, but nor as a friend in real life.
Yeah, but you're saying that as
Okay,
if
think-
any deception game that we played, like I should now get my feelings all hurt just because someone wins and
I
lies to me.
mean, that's what games
I
happen.
mean, that's what you're done.
That's what happens in games, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So why is it now that you
So
think
no,
Glenn's gone above the
So
Call of
if
Duty?
somebody's feelings get hurt during the game,
It's
like-
only a game.
Not playing the game out.
He did.
No, it didn't.
He did.
I feel like we should move on from this one because
100%.
there's two people that are actually hurt right now.
oh, I'm not hurt at all.
Who's the other person?
Gary,
Oh, man, I genuinely don't give a shit. Like, Glenn won.
He did.
He did win.
He's
like.
just smarter than all of us.
I mean, he's not, but
He's just
win.
the best. He's just the best
Yeah.
Among Us player.
He's
Bear in mind,
100%.
to be fair, he's played her enough.
He's played against some like high roller Among Us players, isn't he?
He has, in fairness.
So
He's got that.
He's learned
Mate,
the skills.
he's got
of the
that
trade.
taste. He's got that taste from all the people who played it every single day, and we're like, oh,
He
that's
goes
it's
into Among Us. He's
competitive.
like victims.
I mean,
everywhere.
wait, was it him who was like trying to find bugs and stuff? No, it was Rob. Rob was trying to find bugs before when we were
That
playing
doesn't surprise me.
Among Us and stuff to try and win.
Was he?
Before, when they were like taking it all seriously and
Something
stuff.
about
yeah.
him and Among Us. Just
There was that, and I think it was. Do you remember that Goose game?
dug
The one that
down
was
deep
basically
into it.
Among Us.
Oh, yeah.
He was like trying to find like exploits and stuff on how to win in there. I remember that.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
But going back like fucking
Hold on.
I think it's irrelevant actually. I'm not even bothered going
We're
back.
moving on.
Right. I was gonna
it's
say I
probably
do
best
want
to
Gary.
move
to
on from
stream
this one
again.
now.
So, what's your favorite moment in SR?
Oh fuck.
Wow, what a question.
We've been
that's
asking people these questions.
That's open-ended.
that's to everyone.
That's a fucking like that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
even...
All right. So you can pick top 5.
If you look at like highlights of things that have happened,
Singapore.
So you've... Hold on.
Singapore.
You've talked about yours, have you?
I don't know. I might
yeah,
have,
well,
probably.
we spoke about like particular moments, I guess.
What was yours then?
can't
Just
remember.
briefly. Oh, okay. What was yours?
I can't remember either. It was a
Oh,
long time
awesome.
ago.
Good
What was
start.
yours?
What's what I mean? I haven't spoken about mine, but I was hoping I was going to get inspiration from the guys, but they're fucking idiots.
I mean,
As a
he
group,
started
okay,
giving it.
as
so.
a group of like friends, I was thinking more like maybe things that were like streaming and stuff. But as a group of friends, like my favorite moment would have been exactly what you just said. It would have been Singapore.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
No, okay.
Singapore number 1. EGX number 2.
I don't class
Which
Singapore
EGX?
as a...
The only one.
That's
I've
what I
been-
mean. That was as a group of friends, like
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
All right,
Really,
okay. All right, disregard that. What about EGX? Can I class that?
Which
Yeah, of
one?
course.
Yeah,
It's like a...
I've
We've
only
been to.
been to one.
It's like a...
okay.
We weren't there
business
as
trip,
friends.
Okay, right, not EGX then. You're-
I'm like, what's your favorite moment? No, not that one. Not that one.
at his house.
Do you mean, sorry, to be like more decisive in what, do you mean stuff that's like recorded and like footage based stuff, or are we talking stuff that isn't footage?
Just wherever you want.
Right.
Well, they're two very different things, right?
Hold on, right.
Okay, let's have one of each.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Recorded. Classic. Wow.
Okay.
Launch.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
That was insane.
No.
Even though it hurt a lot of us, it was insane.
I'll never forget it.
No, neither will I. Neither will I.
not recorded would be like, I'll just do top 3 because I can't.
Okay.
Singapore, the EGX I went
Yeah.
to, Dale's house, we all played Fortnite, like LAN.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was good.
And then you all got mad at me, and I got mad at you.
Yeah.
Is that the
I
one
got
with
angry.
We
Claire?
So
were
I
about
killed
to
you
win
all.
a game, so he's just started fucking killing us in game. And he was
You
sat
were
right
all
next to
climbing
him.
up like a bridge thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I laid down.
you shot
We'd
the bridge
argued
out.
essentially,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
just shot you all
And it
down
was-
like,
yeah,
and
he
you
was
died.
like, "Oh, you guys took all the guns. You're getting all the kills. What am I supposed to do?" And it was like, "Get fucking better." And he's like, "Oh, I'll show you fucking better."
I killed all three of you,
Dale.
like.
Classic Dale. Like.
Sorry, I keep forgetting about the
'Cause you were-
cameras.
We lost then, didn't we?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
well, the
100%.
three of us died. And he was
It was
only
only me
just got
left.
sniped immediately because we were all crowded around his computer. I was like, "Go on, Dale, show us," and he died, and that was it. But that was when you were like, "Look, I have big brain Fortnite. I'm on a PlayStation.
Yeah, it
I've
was-
got a mouse and
Yeah.
keyboard. What could go wrong?"
Hey, it was.
Yeah, it did work
It worked when you played on your own. But then when you played with us, who was on
because it was
PC,
crossplay. So
yeah,
it went with us.
you were just against
majority.
PC players. Then,
Yeah, but I was playing on a PC, so it was fine, right?
I
No,
thought
you
you
were on
were.
your PlayStation.
Yeah, but what I
But
mean
you were
is,
mouse and
Mouse
keyboard.
and
Yeah.
Oh,
it
right.
was really good.
Yeah,
Considering, like-
you went from
Yeah.
like you're better to now you're equal.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't play very well.
I mean,
Well, you never did.
It's Josh, isn't it?
You,
So
every time we played Fortnite, you got carried.
Every time.
By me.
only time we got carried was off that
Sweet
bridge.
Summer Child.
I don't remember.
All right, so Josh, what's yours?
I'm pretty much the same as Gary. Like all of
You
our
can't copy
IRL,
his, yeah.
all of our IRL stuff has
Hey,
been the
you
best.
can have them.
Thanks, mate.
That's all right.
That's very nice.
It is. That's why.
Alright.
I will add. I really enjoyed like the pub that we did recently, the haunted pub.
Yeah, that
Like
Oh,
that
the
was
video
just.
was amazing.
It was so fun. Like I want to do more stuff like that
yeah, we're doing it.
because like
I'd like to.
that like you said, IRL stuff is just so fun to record.
Like stuff like that is going to be happening next year for
I
anyone who
hate-
does K. Like
I hate
Yeah.
scary stuff.
Rob
but I
is
feel
Rob
like
is big into his planning, and he's doing a lot of planning.
I can't hack scary stuff, but I just want to be.
I want
enjoy
you to come
everyone's
down.
Company.
yeah.
I want you to come down for one of those and get involved with.
Well,
this
we got a lot of
scary
stuff. We got a lot of stuff going to be posted soon.
You know I'm going to be bad as well.
Yeah, I know.
We got a lot of stuff that's
Same
going to
with
be
Joe and
posted
Josh.
soon about the Oakwood visit as well. So that's going to be pretty cool for people
it's
to
been
watch
a while
because
for
that's going to be sick. Like
Yeah.
including our 100k special on the channel, which we won't talk too much about.
Oh,
but
yeah, what's
that's going to be fun.
100K. So I don't even know about that.
Neither
Yes,
do I.
we discussed it the other day, so we'll talk about it after the thing. Surprising.
I know nothing.
Is there any other ones additional for like streaming or?
I guess
recording?
I'm more in terms of being more nostalgic. I really miss and enjoy the kind of land stuff that we used to have in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were just like that was way before anyone even streamed or even did YouTube and stuff. But they were like, I don't know, they were
It
they
was
were
just
some
the
of my
boys
funnest-
coming around to play.
They were some of my
games.
best moments gaming. Like 'cause
I
they
mentioned
were-
it loads of times, but I still have the footage from the.
Yeah.
Still need to go
League
through it.
tournament.
Telling you, we need to go through that. It's class.
It was
I think we should
terrible.
stay away
I
from most of
remember.
it.
So I remember
Harley back in his prime,
distinctly like so many parts of that, and I remember whenever there was a LAN party or anything, I was so excited.
Yeah,
I was
honestly.
so fucking excited.
I
for
like-
it. It was
the
fucking
best.
always
But
amazing.
we did
It was like load
one
everything
night
in.
with just 4 of us playing Destiny. Like that was so good.
Yeah,
Do you remember that? Mine like
class.
just 4 people playing
Honestly.
Destiny. You brought your laptop, I think.
It was
at the time.
always just such a fucking awesome experience to have.
Yeah.
I just
It's something that I kind of dislike about this space we've got here is that even though
everybody's spread out.
yeah, even though we're all in the same building, we're all technically not at the same time
Yeah.
because everyone's got the door closed, everyone's speaking on Discord. There's something about everyone being in the same room.
When
that
we
just-
did
Squashed onto a table.
just amazing.
when we
like.
did Wrath, that was really nice because most of us had our doors open.
Yeah,
we were
that
just
was-
like fucking
that
charging
was
around,
surprisingly
like,
good,
"Whey!"
actually.
Why don't you
Jesus.
get like a big table?
Well, I think at some point that's definitely going to be
Well, we
like
have the
something we
tables
attempt
for
to
it.
do. Yeah, we do.
You
It's
did-
just
you
it's
definitely should
it's
do
an
We've got
absolutely astronomical
them.
amount of setup. It really is. The amount of time and effort we'd have to do.
I mean,
do
we
it.
basically just fucking
You'd have to
move
move all
everything out of the
this.
way and put a table here.
But you know you've got to move it back for the Saturday. Then,
Yeah.
So like it's a pain.
Excuse me.
The fuck is hipster?
For anyone who can't see behind the camera, because everybody can't, Ebbs is currently being a goblin over in the other side of the office.
Oh, fuck off!
And now flossing the fuck.
Yeah.
I like Josh talking about the land stuff. There is one other like sometimes recorded, but custom Valorant, custom League, always made me so happy. And casting the Valorant,
Casting Val
made
was
me
class.
So
Mate,
fucking
I
I
wanna
would
do that
play
soon.
Valorant for the customs casted. I would play it for that. I don't like Valorant much anymore. I enjoy that experience because nothing is taken seriously. Nobody wants to win per se. Like we
People
just
wanna win.
fuck it. Oh yeah,
People
yeah.
do wanna
But
win.
we'll fuck about.
I can
And
think
when
of a certain individual.
Hey, after I watched Josh play yesterday, and I was like, I do not want to play customs again because he's literally going around fucking acing people, just like boom, boom, boom.
he's acing
And
people, and then next game he's below Glenn on the board.
Well, I was gonna say, my last game, I
you
aced.
could have seen Glenn was on top form on.
Oh, I was
he
watching
actually?
it, but I was
He
crying.
He was like, because it was literally like he's above Josh, and
Yeah.
he's just like he's fucking giving it like, oh Josh, Joe, you're fucking shit, and then Josh and Joe are like, well, you're fucking fat, and he took it, and he took it, and stored it, and went harder, and it was just like being in that environment was like, oh, this is amazing. I was so happy.
The only bad thing is that he really was bad on the
We
night.
lost every game.
So like after like 2 rounds where he'd get like a lucky kill to start the game, he'd literally be 1 kill, everyone else would be on 0, and he'd be like, boys, what's it like down here? Then? Literally, and then the second round, then everyone would go past him, and that would be it. But the first couple of rounds of every game, he was like, "Fucking hell, boys!"
Trico did
Just
finish
carry.
below him in one game, wasn't he?
And also,
Carried,
like,
yeah.
you and Joe do that sometimes as well. After
all
one
the time.
round, it's like, wait, you're
All the
fucking
time.
shit.
But Glenn was
but
like-
when Glenn does it, it was
It
like,
was
That's
just something else.
amazing.
beautiful.
It was
I
class.
just I can't
so
play
good.
Valorant. Like I hate.
I
You
really-
knew that when you asked me as well. He
The
asked
last time
me.
we played, I was like, Dale's in, and Dale's like, I forgot.
About
why I
three,
don't play
about
this
3
game,
hours.
man.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm gonna leave. Get someone to replace me now.
He messaged me
The
the other
first
night
game.
when you were playing. I was like, "Oh, do you want to play Valorant?" I was like, "What do you think?" Glenn?
Yeah, well, no, I went. I want to play with you. Do you want to play Valorant with us? I know this is a really fucking big ask.
We need to do customs because
No.
because we didn't make any videos out of it. Like when we did the casting and stuff, and we could definitely make a fun video out
The
of some of the
casting. We could
casting.
probably
Wait, I
get
thought you
ano-
two did. I
No,
thought there
we
was.
never-
But imagine if
There's
we
one
could
on
get
the
some of the
radio
teams.
channel, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
is
there
it?
is one, I think.
Oh yeah, one. Yeah, yeah.
Imagine we could do that one day and literally get like the teams on tables opposite
casting
each other
desk.
by your
Oh,
and a
that'd be
casting desk through the window
amazing.
below.
Do you want to
You
know what
I
I'd
still
love?
need to dig out
If
that
we
duck
did
thigh
that,
we bought in Hong Kong.
Yes,
I
you
would
do, yeah.
fucking love to have like coaches on each team. Because I'd love to be like a coach on one of the
And
teams,
you
just
can
walking
do that
behind, and
in
being like,
Valorant
"Come on,
as
boys,
well,
let's
can't you?
fucking go! Come on, let's go!" Yeah, and then just like jumping in the microphone and being like, "All right, boys, you gotta fucking do that."
Sam
It'd be
and
so
Goblin Mode
good.
in the background going.
Well, I remember we did one of the customs or something. We had like, I can't remember what it was, but we had like a round where we had coaches on each team. And I forgot, I remember I was coach on one of the teams and there was somebody else on the other team. And like my team won and I was like, this is the fucking best, let's go. It was all the hype without having to actually shoot
We
people.
definitely.
Before we did the casting, that's when I was getting really like nervous about streaming and stuff,
Yeah.
and started slowly dipping off.
Yeah.
Because every time before I was getting really anxious, but then Josh was like, "I'm doing the streaming. All you have to do is just fucking
Turn
talk."
up, just turn up and talk.
And I was like, "This is amazing."
It was like
I'm
when we did
having so
Smash
much fun,
Bros, wasn't
and
it?
I'm not even playing.
one of my favorite moments is me being like, "Oh, we've dressed up all nice today," and I'm literally in shirt and trousers, and I stand up, on mic, and I'm like, "Yeah," and then Gary's like, "Oh, really?" And Gary's got a shirt and a tie, and then literally just goes,
Marvel
"Got my
jammies."
Marvel jammies on," and he literally just sticks his leg up, and he's literally just gone mad.
Mate, that's the sign of a great caster. Let's go.
Oh, it was class.
Oh.
It was just, and we bounced off each other like better than we normally do.
Yeah, it was good, dude. I had such a good time. Like, we're definitely gonna have to do it
I would
again soon.
love to do that again. I'd also love to do it standing next to you as well, because I think that could
But
be
the,
just.
the post game interviews when you pull someone in and you know they just had a shit game. You did it to me once. So it was like,
All right, Dale,
fucking-
how are you feeling? Shit.
Fuck
oh,
you
well, you
all.
look fucking shit out there. Like.
honestly, it's so brutal. The moment you're like, "Oh, Dale, they want you." By the way, like, oh,
My favorite is like,
dickheads.
I remember once where Joe got pulled in and he was like, "Oh, well, you know what we did, boys? We kind of went in there, we absolutely hammered them, and that's, you know, you just got to bring your A game." And he was like acting really professional and everything. Like you brought Glenn in or something. He's like, "This game sucks." I fucking love it,
We've
honestly.
probably got enough people playing League at the moment.
Yeah, I think we should do some league customs.
League,
soon.
I'd love League at
Maybe
the moment.
wait till preseason's finished because currently it sucks dick.
But it could be fucking just
Busted.
chaos.
Everybody's tank and it's
Busted.
awful.
5 tanks.
maybe
casting.
someone
I
should tell
really want
Sparky
to
to stay away this time.
Sparky and Will.
I ruined that poor boy. Like,
Oh
They
God.
didn't get that.
I think they did.
Do you want to do it again?
No.
No, I don't even know what that was.
Do it again.
Wait, do it. Yeah, do it
I literally
again.
went like that, and then he literally did something like I don't even know what it was. He went like,
I'll lock the key.
I'm busting for a piss, by the way.
I'm
Just
the same.
wanna
We should-
fucking, like,
It's
Well,
been
we've
over
done-
2
we've
hours.
done 2 hours, I think
Yeah,
it'll
be fine.
I guess a good time to end.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to
So what we're gonna do
Why are you
is
looking at me like?
because you're our guest.
We're about to
end
kill
you.
you.
Yeah, have you got any last words to say to the camera before we kill you?
Look how reclined you are in comparison. In comparison to when we started, you were like shit in your pants. You were like, oh, I gotta fucking sit up here.
He's
And
talking
now
about
it's
his
just
back, like, I'm
Gary,
in so much pain. I gotta look after my
Hold
back.
on, hold on.
Well, it's been cracked, isn't it?
All of the faces you've been making now, I'm gonna zoom in on, like right here. Have you got anything you want to say?
My lips trembling again.
No,
I'll stream
None?
again. Promise.
don't say it to me. Say it to
well,
the
that's,
camera.
that's what your closing statement is.
Oh,
Oh, I'll stream again. promise.
I'm like anything to say, and
What?
the camera's there. You fucking looking at
Just
me.
like the
Thank-
sex story, we're not forcing him into this. He wants to stream.
It has been.
You're looking at me again. Look at the fucking camera.
I don't like it.
I always so much.
It's just been
the
really.
camera.
It's been really nice to be here. It's just been nice to experience the
It's
office
like
and
holding
see
a
everyone
gun to
again.
his head.
That's because you're telling me.
Say it. Say it now.
SR's great.
Closing statements, boys.
Oh, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a nice day.
Trowel.
Thank you everyone
I
for
wish I
watching.
could
This
be
has
as
been
smooth
very
as
fun.
Trowel.
Catch I don't know, us next week when we
Do another one.
yeah.
I won't.
Bye.
What the fuck was that ending?